Hello everyone who may or may not be watching. This is Kairi Atlantean Shaman Extraordinaire. My neighbors are doing some work in their house. They're using, the noisy drills and stuff. I hope that they don't, make too much noise. They've been quiet for the last, 5 to 10 minutes. Hello, PPA. Good evening. I sure hope that the worst of it is done, because I don't know if anyone's seen. If you're watching the VOD, you probably didn't see it. But so I posted on Twitter like a tiny video of me channeling the construction work. And the reason why I did that was to showcase just how loud it was. Like my mic is not like the worst. It's not the worst type of mic out there. It has what you call a cardioid shape. I think that's how it's called in English. So it is geared to catch what is in front of it and kind of ignore the rest. So the fact that they were drilling and my mic was able to capture that is a pretty big indicator of the amount of noise that they were making. Hello, new around, welcome. So yeah. Also, if you didn't catch it on Twitter, I think I forgot to post it on YouTube community. Dang it. It's just like a little bit of news. Okay, so you know that we got a new cat. He finally has a name. His name is Kiba. And we named him that because whenever he's asleep, you can see the tips of his little fangs, like, on his mouth, and it's really cute. Poor guy. But he does have a bit of a problem so far. He tends to sleep throughout the entire afternoon and then wake up at night and make us his I don't know, what would you call it? Slaves? It's not slaves. Little Dracula cat, yeah. Yeah, and he's got the Siamese pattern, so it's even more noticeable because his face is dark. So yeah, it's really cute. I wish I was bonding with him a little bit better, but I don't know how much of it is like my own fears of if I bond to him, I won't be bonded to Mitzi anymore, and that's not how it works, Kairi. What the heck? Indentured servants unpaid. Yeah. Hello, godless weeb. Welcome. I'm just kind of waiting a little bit to see if anyone else shows up, because I don't know, I think that maybe even if I do have the VOD up, I think that it would be interesting. Oh no! Maybe I should start Lumia. Oh man. Maybe I should start by just going over what we're going to do today. I can't really wait all that much time because I've been going a little bit further with the time than I usually would like to, like with my streams. Like I usually end at 9, but yeah, so a little bit Rundai. Hello Hamza, welcome. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything yet. In fact, I was just gonna say very briefly what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna go on with the Archie Sonic comic cover retrospective, which is one heck of a mouthful. And today what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna go through the entirety of the Super Genesis Wave. And then we're gonna go back a little bit chronologically. We're gonna look at the Knuckles comic covers, the Knuckles the Echidna, you know, good old KP. And then we're gonna go for Sonic Universe, and I'm honestly not sure if I can get through all of that in just one go. The reason why I put a Sonic Universe cover on the thumbnail was because it was, you know, kind of a way to force me, okay, you gotta get to Sonic Universe. You gotta get to Sonic Universe, Kairi. This was only supposed to be like 2 streams. But you and your tangents, man. You silly, you but yeah. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's see if I can actually see it through. Let me just check one little thing over here. Okay. By the way, sorry if I sound a little bit sneezy. I don't think it's even sneezy. Like you know, if I sound a little bit nasally today, because I think that I might be catching a cold. I still don't know if it's actually gonna go to full-on cold territory, but yeah. Is Sonic Universe that spin-off they did while Archie was running? Yes, basically Sonic Universe is side stories of the main comic. Basically you have the main comic, and then in Sonic Universe, you had stories that were going on at the same time as the rest of the comic, starring other characters. So yeah, you had like the main line. Like for example, imagine that in the main line you had Sonic dealing with Scourge or whatever. And in Sonic Universe, you could have a whole arc of Knuckles tracking down Dr. Finitivus and trying to confront him about the whole Enerjack fiasco. For example, there were other types of stories as well. Like they pretty much started as a way to showcase other characters other than Sonic. Yeah, no, Sonic Universe was super good. Like, it had the same writers and artists as the mainline. Is the mainline Sonic the Hedgehog comic, but there was this kind of special charm to it because, again, because most of the time you are not following Sonic in those issues. So all it did was just showcase how solid the world building was, and how solid the other characters were, because even if you weren't focusing on Sonic, it was More than enough to keep an audience engaged. It was good stuff. Me and my brother were lucky enough, like, I still don't know how that happened, and I'll just say this straight away. There was a time where there was this kiosk at a mall, at the place where my brother used to live, that they just had the comics. Well, they didn't have the comics. They had Sonic Universe, and only Sonic Universe. And it was already post-Super Genesis Wave. And, like, I still don't understand why they had it. Like, they were not, you know... They were not like a comic book store. They were just, you know, a normal kiosk where you go to get your daily newspaper or your National Geographic magazines or stuff or something like that. Yeah, they have comics. They have comics, like some comics that have never stopped being sold in mainland Portugal are the Monica's Gang comics, which is a Brazilian property, and it's been around for a very long time. I'm not sure when it started. But yeah. Hello, Xavier. Welcome. Welcome. You're in luck. We still haven't started yet, but I'm about to do that. I'm about to start real soon. But yeah. So yeah, I still don't understand why, out of all things, like, okay. They did have other comics, like other, you know, American comics, but they were translated. Not the Sonic Universe ones, though. I think that the owner just was a Sonic fan. I think that the owner just happened to be a Sonic fan and he wanted to have the comics. So we started trying to collect all of those, and we do have a fairly big collection. The only issue is that, yeah, they stopped. Yeah, they like, you know, they stopped carrying them shortly before the comic got, you know, fully canceled. So yeah, picking up the essential news publications on my daily commute. Wall Street Journal, Sonic X the comic. Yep. The best kind of essential news. The spin-offs are universal. It's even in the name. That's why they were random in other places. Duh. Well, they were in random other places. Oh, okay, yeah. You know, yeah, that makes sense. You know, it's Sonic Universe. It's universal. It's everywhere. Even at your local kiosk that doesn't usually carry a lot of American comics, let alone American comics in English. Oh, man. Okay. It's been almost 20 minutes. What do you guys say we go right ahead and start our main event, because I think it's going to be fun, or maybe not. I don't know. There's some things that I don't remember. But I hope that someone like Cyanic shows up, because he's very good at correcting me when I'm remembering things wrong. I might actually like reread the entirety of the Archie comics and like make maybe like an actual retrospective, you know, in video format. When I get my Life 2D model. I mean, you have VTubers commentating on like other VTubers and VTuber stuff. How about a VTuber who talks about nerd stuff? I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's other people who have already done that. It's just that they're not all that well known. Sounds perfect. Let's also. Do you have a crush on Cristiano Ronaldo? Cristiano Ronaldo. No. Look, even if I was a girl, he's not my type. Main event? I thought today was side series. Well, kind of. We are going to start with the main comic post Super Genesis Wave. So let's see. So all of them. Oh dang! I forgot what you're talking about. Ah. Okay, in order to distract me from the fact that I just forgot about what I just said, let's just do. He's a douchebag, unfortunately. Yeah, no, he is. Hi, Pedro Valadão, welcome. You're in luck because we're about to start. We're about to go to the comic covers. Whee! Okay, so this is not where we're actually starting. Where we're actually starting is here. Here is the first issue. Oh, VTubers ranting about nerdy stuff. Oh yeah. No, what I mean like an actual video essay format, you know. more like that. But yeah. So yeah, here we are. Super Genesis Wave happened and Sonic is back, kind of. Did he ever leave? Well, apparently yes. And like, actually reading this issue is kind of sad because it's like yeah, that'd be novel. Yeah, because like just to finish off that little part of the conversation, because yeah, the VTubers that I see talking about stuff and making videos, like they're just, you know, either news related or they talk about VTuber stuff. They either do tutorials. They talk about lore. Rayless, for example, did a lot of shorts where he talks about VTuber lore. Rima Evanstar and Depressed No Sagi do like a coverage of historical events about VTubers. Yeah, Malbat also talks about VTubers. Mariume talks about VTubers. You also have Squeegee, who also talks about VTubers. So yeah, all the VTubers that I see, you know, that post videos, they usually stay within the VTuber sphere. Yeah, it's just news recently. Too much drama. Yeah. I've been trying, like, I've been keeping up with it, but honestly, I think that it's getting to a point where I'm just going to try and detox a little bit for a while, at least until the next like unavoidable screw up shows up. Because man, it's been a wild ride, and I'm not gonna go into any detail. You guys probably know what I'm talking about if you are like even a little bit in the know. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do a little bit of detox from all of that. Oh, there's a VTuber who made a couple of data crunching videos on Palworld mechanics. Oh, see that's more what I'm talking about. Except that for me, like, I would probably go a little bit more like, you know, into theory because numbers scare me. Actually, not all numbers scare me, but yeah. You would assume VTubers would get into less drama than in-person VTubers, but look where we are now. Yeah, like I think that that's what happens when people think that oh, you can just, you know, use an anime avatar and all the bad stuff will go away. No. That's not how it works. People's is people's. people's is people's. If you're the type of person who attracts drama, like in real life, or in your circle, you're also going to attract drama as a VTuber. Unfortunately, that's just the unfortunate truth. Unless you make a conceited? No. A thorough effort to stay away from that sort of stuff, it's going to follow you. Like, it has to be, like, it has to come from you. You have to be the one who says, okay, no, I am not going to do this. I am not going to engage in this sort of behavior. I am not going to say these things about this particular subject or these particular subjects. That has to come from you. Concerted. Yes, that's it. That's it. Thanks, PPA. But yeah. Enough about VTuber drama, onto Sonic drama, which is, I don't know. I was gonna say that it was better, but like, is it? Like, Mr. KP, Mr. Kenders is not exactly like, Did I just? Okay, this is how you know VTubing is weird and wonderful and an amazing way to create content. Okay, so in my brain, I just conflated Ken Penders with the VTuber drama scene, like. And before Rev Says Desu makes a video on Ken Penders. That would be the day. That would be the day. Either him or one of the other like or one of the other like newstubers. Like, ah, my god, no. Nice one, Kairi. Guys, let's ask Rev Says Desu or False or Kyo. I don't know. To make a video on Ken Penders. And then he would be like, why? Like, one, that has nothing to do with VTubers. Second, isn't that, like, old by now? Okay. Okay, but, putting aside the drama and going more into dramatic, reading this issue is a little bit sad because, yes, Sonic is the one that retains memories of the earlier continuity for the longest, and they just, you know, they start fading away, like, somewhat gradually. At least that's what I remember from this issue. And, like, you know, by the end of it, you're left with that feeling, yeah, no, this is what we're doing right now. Like, the rest that we knew before, it's gone. It's completely gone, and there is no way to get it back. But on the other hand, this issue is also a hopeful one, because, you know, yeah, we went through all of that. We as readers went through all of that uncertainty, all of that hoping that things wouldn't, like, you know, go bad. And this issue actually ends on a hopeful note. Is the magic carp with you, Sonny? I mean, you can ask people who were here yesterday. Yes, I have been using Magikarp at least in one fight throughout the whole gym leader castle. In fact, I almost got owned because of that in Sabrina's gym. So yes, Ryuji, yes, I am. The Magikarp still is with me, indeed. Hello, Herb. Welcome. Welcome. Enjoy the cover show. But yeah, no, this issue is kind of special because of 2 or 3, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see if I can keep it up. I hope so. I hope that the rest of the team can carry. Ryuji, there was one fight where Magikarp was actually instrumental for my win because I had to sacrifice it in order to make sure that I wouldn't lose. So yeah, Magikarp keeps winning. Thank you, and also thank you for placing your trust in me. Oh man, but yeah, Magikarp is always instrumental. Yes. So yeah, this issue is a special one, like the true turning point. Magikarp has its moment by inflicting the greatest possible damage onto an enemy, turning the opponent into Magikarp. Exactly. Yeah, that's what happened. I had almost forgotten. Oh dear, yeah, that's what happened. But yeah, so yeah, I don't. Okay, so I'm gonna be a yes. Yes, it was. Yes, it was Ryuji. It was indeed a ditto. And remember, this is Pokemon Stadium. This is Pokemon Stadium we're talking about. There was a chance that the Ditto was not going to show up. We talked about it like during the prep phase. And then, lo and behold, there it was, the Ditto. So yeah, I don't remember what the first story in this was. But yeah, what a great thing about the Super Genesis Wave, and you can immediately see it here. Okay, you can see that Uncle Chuck was not erased from the continuity. This was our, like, besides you know, the main characters, the freedom fighters, this was like a clear showcase that, yeah, no, we are still allowed to use like everything that was not from the comics, which means all the shows, all other continuities, other comics, like that sort of thing. Of course, they wouldn't go too much into it, because like I really can't imagine Archie introducing characters from Fleetway unless it was, you know, in little cameos, like what John Gray did in issue 130, when she put Techno in there. I still don't know how that was allowed. She's even mentioned by name. Like, how the heck does that happen? But that's water under the bridge now. But yeah, this kind of served as, you know, an introduction to what the new continuity was gonna be like. And I gotta say, they pretty much nailed it. Like, okay, it's a little bit more battle heavy than what I would like, but it did showcase like everything that we need to know going into this new thing. Also, you have the Eggman's Dozen now, which were one of the best parts of this entire continuity. Like, I don't know who came up with that idea, but good golly, I am so thankful that they did. The Eggman's Dozen were like amazing. Oh, and see who we have there? That's Nicole. She's back. She's back because she was a character from Sad AM, not the comics. Well, she was from the comics as well, but you know. Yeah. Oh, and look, there's Cream. There's Cream. She barely was in the other continuity. What a baddie. Yeah. Hello, Emerald player. Welcome. We're already in the, well, the new 252. I think we can call it that, actually. Do you guys remember the new 52? When DC Comics decided to just, like, reset everything, and it went very, very poorly. And then they even did the whole thing of, oh hey, everything's resetting except Green Lantern, I guess. Why? I don't know. How the heck are you gonna make that work with other books? I don't understand. I don't understand. And then they did one of my main men dirty. Like they had like Saint Walker. They had Saint Walker, aka the Paragon of Hope, lose hope just because, I don't know, the comic book writers are kind of weird. Hello Hamza, welcome back. Yeah, Countdown to Chaos. And let's see what the chaos was. Oh, this is not very chaotic. I don't remember what happens in this issue though. But it is a great showcase of what they did with the designs as well. Bringing everything more in line with what Sega was doing. So that means that Antoine, for example, loses his military jacket, which, like, I don't mind at all. I think that the design that they got for him is pretty cool. Also, they cemented that his hair is not a toupee, which was a running gag in the early days of the comic. So yeah, this is your new main cast, which is actually pretty solid, I would say. Actually, right. Let me check. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. No, 4. Yeah, no, but it's pretty well balanced. I thought that we had like 6, 3 guys and 3 girls, but no, it's 7. It's 7, so it's 4 guys and 3 girls. That's still pretty well balanced. That's still pretty well balanced, I would say. But yeah, the chase, part 1. I don't remember what they're chasing though. The chase, part 2. This is interesting. One thing that is interesting about this cover is that it reminds me a lot of some of the early Archie covers. You know, the ones that were just like Sonic running towards something. Yeah. Oh yeah, this arc. I love this arc. I mean, I'm a little bit biased because, you know, islands, the sea, the beach, and all of that. So yeah. I'm actually kind of sad that they don't showcase more of the characters from this arc in the covers themselves. Like yeah, okay, so that guy over there, you know, under Sonic, I don't remember what his name was, but he's a shark. He's a shark, and for some reason I just love his design. He was really cool. Like the characters that they introduced, like in this part of the comic, like, it makes me so sad that they're never gonna come back. The Chase Part 1 cover is kind of cute, like the art. I like the artist style. Let me check. Oh yeah. Oh, who drew this? Who drew this actually? Was it Evan Bryce Thomas? I don't understand the signature. Hold on. I'll check real quick. Sonic the Hedgehog, Archie, 258. Writer, cover artist. It's Tyson Hess, of course. It looks good and cute and amazing. It's Tyson Hess. He's one of the best. He's one of the best artists. Wow. What powers do you have, Kairi? I have a bunch of them. Like, okay, so as an Atlantean shaman, I have a bunch of different powers related to spiritual stuff, as I like to call it. Basically, things that I can do. I can channel spirits, including the spirits of the dead, as in I can let them take over my body and you know, basically willing possession. I can also exorcise spirits if need be. I can sense spirits when they're about. I can also use spiritual energy. Usually at the temple, we use that like in festivals, you know, to bring a little bit more spectacle into the proceedings. You know, for festivals and ceremonies and all of that. What about the spirits of the living? Those are a little bit harder to get. I can also visit the spirit world, kind of astral project a little bit. It's never come to that, but I'm pretty sure that I could also use my spiritual energy channeling powers to do like offensive magic. Not magic that offends people, but magic that you can use for like attacks and stuff. So yeah. No, the spirits of the living are bound to their bodies. You can't really do that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's other stuff. But here's the thing, like, since I'm like the high priest, my power set, quote unquote, is a little bit, I'm like I said, I'm a bit of a jack of all trades. Throughout the island, there's other people who have like, you know, their specialties. Like there's shamans who specialize in exorcising spirits. There's shamans who specialize in being like mediums. There's others who specialize in fortune telling, which is also something that I can do. And in fact, like around once a month, that's when we have like, you know, a bunch of people come to the main temple of Atlantis. To ask me to do stuff for them, because since the temple at Atlantis City is closer to the eye, the jewel that powers Atlantis. There's this idea amongst the populace that it also enhances, you know, that it also enhances my powers, which may or may not be true. I don't know. I have never actually confirmed that. So yeah, a little bit of a tangent here to mix in some lore. My powers come from the Green Chaos Emerald. I summon 2 green yellow swords and many other things if necessary. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. Again, that reminds me of Chaos Knuckles. Actually. But yeah, back to this. I absolutely love this arc. And you know, one thing that they did that I never thought that they would actually do, they brought up the Mystic Melody thing. You know, the one from Sonic Adventure 2? They actually made it a thing, and I'm was so happy. And I haven't read enough of IDW to know if that also comes back. Probably not. And Tikal actually shows up in this arc as well. It's like all sorts of good things. Like, Tikal was going to be a character. My girl. Yeah. What PPA? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Oh, Right in Chaos! Right in Chaos also shows up in this arc. Yeah, it was Tikal and Chaos. Oh man. The post Super Genesis Wave thing was like, it was so hype, dude. It was so hype. Okay, just to answer, Mystic Melody mentioned, yes! Yes! They actually made it a thing. Oh, dude. Okay, just to answer real quick, Emerald player. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I was following Ninja Turtles 2012. Like I was following it as it was airing, but I think that I dropped it around season 4, I believe. Nothing like special really. It just happened. So yeah. My power is finished Sonic CD in one day. Well, that is indeed a very powerful ability that you have there, Hamza. No, and I actually mean it. Like, I can't do that. Hi, King Toby. Hi, welcome. Right, and this is something that they also did that I thought was super interesting. You know, the whole thing of, you know, what we thought at the time the Sonic Unleashed was gonna come out was gonna happen, which was Sonic having to like deal with, you know, turning into this werewolf creature, and having to control himself because it's, you know, it's more feral, like, that's what we thought was gonna happen in Sonic Unleashed. Instead, no, we didn't get that. We just got, like, Sonic just becomes, like, bigger, and that's and that's it. He just becomes bigger and more fuzzy and stretchy, and that's it. He's still the same guy, which on one hand, I can understand why they wouldn't want Sonic, you know, to go all, you know, feral. But on the other, like, come on, man. Come on, that is the most interesting thing that you could have done with this. But again, this was Sega at the end of the 2000s, so... I mean, it took long enough. It took a lot for the Werehog to show up on the comics, but you know, especially since we're at I don't know, like, are we in like 2014, 2015? I don't remember. Are the comics about the classic game? Are they comics about the classic games, or does the main comic canon with the classic series? Okay. We have feral Sonic at home. Fleetway Supersonic. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Ever heard of the Egg Dragoon from Sonic Unleashed? I remember it's a boss, but it's been a while since I played Sonic Unleashed. And by a while, I mean over 10 years. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to replaying Sonic Unleashed on stream one day. that is definitely on the list. I want to play all of the Sonic games. at least all the ones that I know that I can play. Like, I still want to see if I can get a PlayStation 3. It's not like at the top of my list, but I want to see if I get a PlayStation 3 to play the original, well, not the original, the PS3 version of Sonic Unleashed, also Sonic Generations, and of course Sonic 06. Which I already have, by the way. I already own a copy of Sonic 06. I just don't own one of Sonic Generations because I have never found one at a price low enough that I would be like, wow, I would be stupid not to buy this. So yeah. Okay. As for what you asked, King Toby, the Archie comics started with they did do some adaptations of a couple of classic games, but that was like way back. That was way back. To give you an idea, I think that issue 13 has a little adaptation of Sonic 3. Of course, you know, very, very much adapted into what to the canon of the comic was back then. Thanks for all the hearts, by the way. But at the time you had that, and sometimes when, you know, a new game got released, they did do like adaptations, like Sonic CD. Sonic CD's adaptation coincided with the 25th issue of the comic, so the whole issue was an adaptation of Sonic CD. Sonic Triple Trouble, I think, got its own special, I believe. I don't know, like, well, there's a Sonic Adventure adaptation, which was, you know, the last big scale adaptation of a game that they made. Like, because I can't really count adapting the beginning of Sonic Adventure 2 as, you know, a big thing. Which, yeah, after that, it made Shadow's place in the comic a little bit wonky, because, you know, Shadow is a big deal because of what happened in Sonic Adventure, and the comic decided not to adapt Sonic Adventure 2. It just assumed that Sonic Adventure 2 took place in the same continuity as the comic, which anyone who's read the comic and played Sonic Adventure 2 knows can't happen, you know, because of continuity matters. Like, it doesn't fit. So yeah, unfortunate for Shadow. Fortunately for Shadow, in the post Super Genesis Wave era, they didn't have to worry about that, because they could just create their own story that was closer to Sonic Adventure 2. You know, they could assume that something like Sonic Adventure 2 happened, but, you know, they could change, you know, some details here and there. They had a little bit more freedom, while at the same time being confined by what the games gave them. Like, for example, this is an adaptation of Sonic Unleashed, and we know that Sonic Unleashed is very different from what they did here in the comic. So yeah, have a hard time getting through the Eggman Land level on this Xbox 360 of Sonic version of Sonic Unleashed. Oof, I don't even remember that level. I don't remember that level, but I do, but I will eventually. Imagine if Sonic 3D Blast was canon, that would mess things up. Yeah, it would. I mean, Sonic 3D Blast, I think, the biggest thing that Sonic 3D Blast did was cement the flickies as being like, you know, canon. Like, I think that's also where most people know the term flicky, because, like, if you talk to people about flickies, they're not gonna think about that obscure Sega Master System game starring that little bird called Flicky. No, they're not gonna think about that. They're gonna think about the flickies that they saw in Sonic 3D Blast. Which, that is one of the things that Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 did that I'm still a little bit iffy on. You know, the whole thing of the little animals replacing the flickies. But that was because of the whole Chow Garden thing. They had their own ideas going. Yeah. I mean, yes, PPA, you would, but do I have to say It was an arcade game and got... It was an arcade game, though, and it got a Mega Drive port. Oh, right, wait, no, I was thinking of Dynamite Ducks. Please tell me that at least Dynamite Ducks came out on the Sega Master System, because... Because then I'm making an even bigger fool of myself. But yeah, see the whole thing about Sonic turning into the werehog. A cover by Stephen Butler, my guy. Dude, I love this guy's style. I know that it's kind of, you know, it's not what you think of when you think Sonic style. Especially not nowadays, that you have a lot of artists that are more willing to stick closer to the standard art style, you know, from Yuji Uekawa and Naoto Oshima even. But I'm sorry, I just love this guy's art style. I wonder if I could commission him. Probably not, because I don't think that he has an internet presence, like, at all. It did, but it was also originally an arcade game, if I recall correctly. Okay, yes. Yes, no, I at least guessed that part. Do you like Sonic 3D Blast or Sonic Blast with similar names? Do not get mixed up, okay. Yes, no, I know about Sonic 3D Blast, and I know about Sonic Blast as well. In fact, if people ask me what is the worst Sonic game that I have ever played, I will say Sonic Blast, because I honestly don't understand what the idea was, and even if it had a good idea behind it, it's not very well executed. Like, it's super generic. It's super generic. The characters are way too big for the levels. I know that that's a little bit of a Game Gear problem. The characters being, you know, a little bit too big for, like, the screen, but Sonic Blast goes way overboard with that. Also, they attempt to do kind of like 3D, but, like, it doesn't look very good. The colors also don't look very good. Like, the whole game is just janky. The whole game is just a janky mess. Sonic 3D Blast, on the other hand, it's also a little bit janky, but it's playable, you know? It's playable, it's a lot more solid. I mean, they're on two completely different leagues. Very DeviantArt, kinda quaint, yeah. I mean, dude, I've said it before, I've been on DeviantArt. I've been on DeviantArt when it was, you know, the big place for, like, up-and-coming artists. I mean, I was never, you know, a big up-and-coming artist, because I did, like, you know, scribbles. I did scribbles compared to, like, this. But yeah, like, I don't think I made it a secret that I love that sort of mid-2000s art style, which Stephen Butler, well, that's when he was most active in the comics, so yeah. He might, and you just need to do some gigging. I mean, yeah. Yeah, no, that is something that I'm gonna try to do. One thing that has been bothering me a little bit, because I've been wanting to, like, commission, you know, high-end artists for a while, you know, probably for stuff, you know, for my rebranding, you know, making the big show and stuff. But I don't think that they do, like, commissions for, like, commercial for commercial purposes. And it's like, I'm not monetized yet, but I think that what I do and what I want to do counts as commercial stuff. So if they don't have that option, I really can't. I really can't ask them for anything. So yeah. There's a Brazilian SMS port of Sonic Blast, which is slightly less unplayable, but twice as ugly. Due to the less colors making the pre-rendered graphics look even worse. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, man. How the heck can you make Sonic 3D Blast look... I mean, it doesn't look super bad, but... Good golly. have the game, got a brilliant deal on it. Box, manual, and game for 18 pounds online, and it's 36 at the same time. The game has a charm to it. Yes, it does. I think that like Sega Saturn era Sonic, like you could tell that the franchise was not doing well, but it had, you know, this strange charm to it. It's also why you know, going through the lore and the concepts for Sonic Extreme is super interesting because it's so evocative of that era. Like this could have never been made. This could have never been made at any other point in time. Like, you know, what they had planned for Sonic Extreme in terms of like lore and story and stuff. Yeah. That is like that is still super interesting to me. Like what they had planned for like the Master Emerald, and of course Knuckles was nowhere to be found because continuity, what is that? It's the 90s, nobody cares. Wow, I can see more than 2 steps ahead of me. Oh no, the level layouts are really are that bad. Oh man. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog must contain the beast within before his friends meet their doom. Yeah, see, this is something that they didn't do in the games, and it was so cool that they decided to go this way in the comic. I know that there were some people back then who did not like this direction, that they actually liked the fact that Sonic kind of kept his mind intact as the werehog in the game. But I'm like, dude, think of the story possibilities, and the comic did them. I'm at 36 pounds online, and I got it for 18 pounds on this store. That is literally half. That is literally half the price, dude. You lucked out. Oh, wait. Wait, is this? Oh, dude, it's one of my favorite arcs in the comic. In the entire comic. This is, okay, if someone asks me, what is the best arc in the entirety of the Archie Sonic run? And I do mean the entirety of the Archie Sonic run. Champions. Champions is an amazing arc. It's super fun. I mean, it may not be the best one, you know, plot-wise, but it's the most fun I have had reading Sonic comics in a long time. Why is it good? Something that a lot of people tend to forget when they're writing either with licensed characters or not. Character interactions, character-driven comedy, that sort of stuff. That's why this arc is so good. It gets a super generic cover in the second one, but that's okay. What matters is on the inside. Too bad that we're not looking at the inside, but yeah. But yeah. This arc, because you got to see characters who don't usually interact actually, you know, come to blows with each other. I think that there's a point. Okay, someone correct me if I'm wrong in this, but I think that there's a point where Knuckles has to fight Espio. Man, I wish I remembered it better. But also, I don't know if you noticed, but do you see that above Amy? That's Honey the cat. A character based on a character from Fighting Vipers. Who was in Sonic the Fighters, and who garnered quite a bit of a fan following before actually showing up in any official capacity. I don't know if this was the first time that she showed up, like, you know, that she was officially acknowledged, because I could be wrong, but I think that she's in Sonic Gems collection. I don't fully remember. I think that I remember unlocking her. But my mind could be playing tricks on me. But yeah. King of the Rings. Oh man, I absolutely... Okay, what... Where is Grounder's head? Where is Grounder's head? I see Scratch and I see Grounder. And I don't... Where did Grounder's head go? Who has it? Oh, dude, but yeah, no, this arc is super good. Oh wait, there it is, there it is. It's like it's to the left of Knuckles. Oh man, I love this arc. I absolutely love it. Honey the Cat was cut content in the original Sonic the Fighters. Yes, I know. There was also this person on DeviantArt that took it to took it to themselves to like not forget Honey, and she put her in a team with Mighty and Ray, which I think was pretty clever, except that it was never officialized. But the design for Honey is pretty close to what he had. Like, it's close to the original, but it feels like they did get some little tidbits from what he did. I don't remember his name though. It's too bad. My bucket list is weirdly get a Sega CD and 32X that Sonic and Sonic 3 on top, making the ultimate setup. Yeah. Oh, if one day I will get a 32X as well because I want to play Knuckles Chaotix. Do you have any idea how much is that gonna cost? Yes. Well, actually, no. But it's going... but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Knuckles Chaotix is a really good game, despite everything. A hero under fire! I don't remember why he's under fire, but okay. Sonic and Mega Man, villains? Yeah. How much? I don't know. But it's likely not under $500. $500 for 450 euros, like between 450 to 500 euros. Like, it's not going to be anything under that. If it doesn't jump to the thousands. What is Knuckles Chaotix? Okay. Now this is DeviantArt. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's make evil versions of everyone. Yeah. Look at my design. It's so edgy. Yeah, but it was drawn by Spaz. Okay, Knuckles Chaotix, King Toby, is a game starring Knuckles and the Chaotix. You know, Vector, Espio, and Charmy, and also Mighty the Armadillo. They also had Heavy and Bomb, which were like two Eggman robots that if you pick them, like before every level, you have like this crane machine type setup in which you pick, quote unquote, the character who's going to be like your sub. Let's put it like that. You have your main character that you pick, and then you have that crane machine to pick like your helper. The game is it's kind of similar to Sonic CD now that I think about it, and that there's a lot of like going around in circles, and like the levels have a slightly different way of getting cleared than normal Sonic games. I don't remember exactly what it is, because again, it's been a while. It's been a while since I played it. Oh, well, I'll buy it one day. I have to go buy. Okay, King Toby, great to have you. But yeah. Oh, golly, I just realized another person in line to buy Knuckles Chaotix. As if it wasn't sought after enough. Rip Bag could count one day. Yeah. The level layout is very vertical. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it also has great music, which even made its way to Sonic Generations. That was neat. Okay, so yeah, Unity no more. Oh no, but I thought that this was Worlds Unite. What the heck happened? What happened? Oh man, Worlds Unite, like, I didn't get to actually read Worlds Unite. I was not really interested in it when it first came out. It does. Yeah. But yeah, and it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad thinking that that is most likely one of the reasons why the comic actually got canceled. Because if you know anything about Worlds Unite, you know that, okay, so the first big crossover, which I forgot the name of, it was just Sonic and Mega Man. For this, they went all in on the crossovers. Like, so many different IPs. I shudder to think of the licensing costs of all of that. And I am pretty sure it was most certainly not the only factor, but I'm pretty sure there was a big factor in the comic's cancellation. They just couldn't recoup the cost of what they spent for this. Mix in with that the whole thing that Archie was, betting super hard on Riverdale and stuff like that. That stuff costs money. And like, how the heck are you gonna get all that? And Riverdale didn't go as well as they initially thought. I think that it eventually became a success, but not enough to recoup the costs of Riverdale and the licensing for all of those IP. Also, I'm pretty sure that there's like other reasons. Like, I remember a few being listed on Mobius Encyclopedia, but right now I don't remember what they are. Actually, yeah, no, it's gonna take too long. Really wish Dave was here. He's big on Mega Man. Yeah, I'm missing him too. I'm missing him too. Oh, by the way, speaking of missing people, I'm gonna ask you guys to send good thoughts to my good friend Alexa, because okay, so if you don't know, Alexa is another VTuber. She streams on Twitch. I have wanted to collab with her for the longest time. And something happened. Someone or something used her account on Twitch as a bot to send like spam messages. And as a result, her account got suspended, and she has no idea what caused it or what she can do to remedy it. So she's going through kind of a bad time. So if you can, Alexa the Kitsune, if you find it in yourself, if you have time, like, again, I'm not asking like go do this thing. No, but like, if you can, go to like her Twitter or something, and give her some strength, because this is really like her whole streaming career might be in jeopardy. I mean, of course, she could always start. She could always try to start anew or go to YouTube or something. But yeah, no. Yeah, it is. It is really garbage. I don't know. I have no idea what happened. She doesn't know what happened. So yeah, keep her in your thoughts. Send her some good vibes. Because like honestly, nobody deserves this. Okay, back to happier things for now. For now, because we're nearing the end of the run. Right, so, and here we have Lupe, who was from the games. No, I'm an idiot. No, she was not from the games. She was from Sonic Sat AM. What the frick? Why did I say that? Why did I say that the way I did? I'm an idiot. Okay. But yeah. I don't remember what they actually do here, but one thing that you can already see is that, like, okay, Lupe's design, yeah, this is already kind of foreshadowing what Whisper's design would be like. You know, okay, so this is the structure for, like, a wolf character. I don't remember what happens in this one. Doesn't say anything. Oh, right. Right, okay, so Sonic was still dealing with the whole thing, and we had also kind of like the prototypes for what eventually became Surge, Dr. Starline, and the other one that I don't remember the name of. Dang it. I used to know it. But I don't. Tails' thing. I think that at this time they were just going around trying to beat the Eggman's dozen, basically. And then Chip becomes a factor because, I mean, it is Sonic. We are doing a Sonic Unleashed adaptation, even if it doesn't look like it. There's Dulcie. Remember Dulcie? They made her into an actual Sonic character, which is super cool. Also, Silver Sonic? Again? But yeah, no, I really like what they did. I really like what they did with Dulcie. It's really, it's super interesting. Because, like, on one hand, yeah, okay, so the way that Dulcie used to look was pretty original. It was pretty original, I'd say. But on the other hand, actually making her a character on par with, like, everyone else, I think that makes her a lot more interesting. You can have, like, other types of animals that are characters, but, like, I don't know, Dulcie also always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Werehog versus Dark Gaia Phoenix! So yeah, I don't remember if this was like ending the Sonic Unleashed. Dang it, the Sonic Unleashed adaptation. I'm getting so tongue-tied. I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, there's the other guys again, who's supposed to be like the counterparts. That then there was like something dark about them, which is why I say that they were probably the prototypes for well, at least the prototypes for the idea, not like the prototypes of the characters, because no, they're super different. Right, and Merle Merle was also a character in here, and Grand Battle Cuckoo. Yeah, they didn't get rid of Grand Battle Cuckoo, which is awesome. And Fang is also there. And one thing that I absolutely love that they did with King Acorn, they did this already, like, in the first issues, but, like, I'm not reading the issues, so I wasn't able to, like, comment on that. Also because I kind of forgot until now. So they decided they decided to give King Acorn the affectations of Tim Curry, because Tim Curry voiced King Acorn in Sonic ZAM. Specifically, they gave him the speech pattern and the speech pattern affectations and expressions of Nigel from the Wild Thornberries. Like, one of the things that he keeps saying is like smashing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That is super cool. Panic in the Sky, and also the monsters from Unleashed and the Titan thing made of all the temples. Yeah. And then Sonic goes super for the first time in this continuity, and it's a big surprise. Well, in universe anyway. Acorn, stop eating my sesame cake. Oh man. And here is something that they started doing that this I'm not sure like what to feel like about. Not sure what to feel about this, basically. So I'm gonna guess, since the games were moving in the direction of, okay, so we have a modern continuity and we have a classic continuity, they were also going to start doing that with the Archie comics. As in, you have the modern continuity based part, which is, you know, what you would expect from the reboot. And then you have a classic continuity as well, in which they would like adapt older games and stuff like that. Like I think that the very last cover was a hint that they were going to adapt like Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, the arcade game, the one that Mighty and Ray came from. So yeah, which is interesting, but I don't really know how to feel about it. Oh man, this art style. This art style is so cool. Oh, look, there it is, Riverdale. Was it already on the last one? No, it wasn't. Riverdale! You ruined everything, Riverdale! What the heck? What the heck did you do to my Sonic comic? You idiots! And if I am not wrong, I think that either this or this were the last comics that actually came out. They had already the covers for the next ones, but they hadn't really come out yet. Actually, let me just check that real quick, because that is easy to that's easy to find out. Yeah, no, this is the last one. This is the last one that actually came out. Yeah. So yeah, fun fact. I have said before that I have read the entirety of the Sonic Archie comics. I'm starting to realize that was a lie. I didn't read this last arc. But then again, I didn't know that the comic was gonna get cancelled. Nobody did. If I knew, I would have kept on reading, like, until the last one. But yeah, no. So yeah, this issue didn't come out. This one didn't come out. Also, it's a shame. The cover looks really nice. This one also looks very nice. Oh man, what the heck? What the heck was that gonna be? The Sonic Man Heroes. Holy, what is that? Oh man, this is such a shame that all of these are here. Like, they were in the works. They were in the works, and they just stopped, like, unceremoniously. And this was the last cover that we ever got. We never knew what was in these last 4 issues. And I think that Ian Flynn has actually come out and said what was gonna be in them and like what some of the plans were for the rest of the comic. But like, we never got that. No, we never got a conclusion. We never got a conclusion to the Sonic Archie run. It just stopped. It didn't even end. It just stopped. On its tracks. I know it's a little bit anticlimactic, but yeah. And it's even worse. It's even worse because, as you saw, like, okay, so we've seen the entirety. We've seen the entirety of the Sonic covers, right? Of the main line, and you can tell that there was so much energy, there was so much creativity going into like the post Super Genesis wave. Like, they had something that, you know, was bad. It was sad, you know, having to let go of the continuity that we loved. But, you know, with those lemons, they were able to make some really great lemonade. And then it just stopped. It just ended. And we will never know what would have happened if they had gone on with their idea. At least now we have the IDW comics, but it's like, at least looking at the covers from the trade paperbacks, it's not really the same. I would I mean, of course it's not. Of course it's not the same. It would never be the same. But I don't know. This comic had like a charm to it that I think it's really hard. It's really hard to recapture, because it had something that the IDW comics are going to build up as time goes on, but they don't have that yet. This comic had history. It had history, it had longevity. It was a monument at this point. But because of some bad decisions, I think, maybe. Like, I was just thinking, like, yeah, no, like, this comic got put through the ringer so many times, and it was still able to come out on top until it just couldn't. But yeah, that's the entirety of Archie Sonic. Archie's Sonic the Hedgehog. The main line. Because, like I said, today we are not just going to go through the new 252, as I like to call it, or the post-Super Genesis wave. I know that this is going to be a little bit of whiplash, but I really want to go through the Knuckles comics. Going completely full on with Mr. Kender's whole thing, which might get me blocked on Twitter. by the Kenders himself. The Pen Kenders himself. Probably. I don't know. Will he forgive me if I buy an autographed copy of one of his comics? I don't know. Probably not. So yeah. Before we begin the deep dive, deep. It's not that deep. We're just looking at covers. Before we go into Knuckles' whole run, just a little bit of history lesson thing. History lesson? Not really. Okay, so fun fact: this was not supposed to be its own. Okay, new around. Okay, new around. I mean, then you can watch the rest of the VOD. I'll try to, I'll try to be, you know, a little bit more cheerful. I'll try to be a little bit more cheerful. Especially because we're gonna go through Sonic Universe, and there were points where Sonic Universe was even better than, like, you know, the main comic. Like, and I'm not just talking about Super Genesis Wave stuff. I'm talking about, you know, in general. So yeah, good luck with your self-care. Because you deserve it, like L'Oreal. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, this was Knuckles' comic originally. This was only supposed to be a mini-series. It was only when they saw that it was not only this mini-series was super popular, but the one after this, that they decided, okay, we can make this a whole thing. We can make this like its own run. So yeah. See you in Merch Saloon Zone. Okay. Okay. I mean, I hope so. Like, Holy bananas! Sonic T. Maurice Hedgehog! Hello, Johnny! Welcome! No, wasn't one of his names Ogilvy? Ogilvy? Something like that. But yeah, one of his names was Maurice. You are indeed absolutely right. I just finished going through the original Sonic the Hedgehog run, Johnny. Right now I'm going to go through the Knuckles run, and then I'm gonna go to Universe. Ogilvy, yes, that's you. Yeah, exactly. I missed the Super Genesis Wave part of things, I see. Yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, it's not all that big. It's only like 50 issues, I think. If even that. No, it's 40. Oh, man. Oh, sad. But yeah, now we're going back in time. Ogilvy Maurice Hedgehog. What was the Pens thinking? What was the Pens thinking? And then again, that is not the weirdest thing that he did in the comics. And we're about to find out some of it. Actually, no. His Knuckles run was not all that weird. He saved his weirder stuff for the actual main comic. Kinda. No, okay, no. I'm just gonna say he was weird all around. Like, there's not even a point of trying to pretend. Mr. Pens was kind of weird all around. Okay, so this mini-series, I think that what happens, at least looking at this cover especially, is Knuckles finding out what happened to like his family and by extension the echidnas as a whole, like just the beginnings of the lore. Here, for example, you can see his ancestors. That is No, not Thunderhawk. Is it Thunderhawk? No. Steppenwolf. Yeah, Steppenwolf. The guy with the eyebrows is Steppenwolf, and the one on the floor is on the floor. No, on the ground. They're not inside. Is Edmund, who was Steppenwolf's father. He was Steppenwolf's father, and he was also Dimitri's father. Remember Dimitri? The one who became Enerjack? Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure issue 258 is Tyson Hess's first cover. Issue 258, which one was that? Let me check. Issue 258, 258, 258. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see. Hi, Mitzi. What are you... Mitzi is scratching my carpet, and I've gotten to the point where I don't care. But yeah, this whole arc, the Knuckles comic was divided into 3-issue arcs, which was kind of a thing that that was a carryover from the fact that this was supposed to be a 3-issue miniseries. So yeah, Pet Invasion there. Yep. Right now, let me see. Okay. I don't know where Mitzi went, but the new guy, Kiba, is inside his little igloo under a chair. Hi, Elmer, welcome! You're just in time for the Knuckles part. Not the Super Genesis Wave, we're already done with that, I'm sorry. But, yeah. These first 3 issues were just, like, establishing stuff from the lore of Knuckles, of, the Knuckles side of things, and introducing the Dark Legion, like, properly. I think that they had already been, like, mentioned in some of his side stories in the main comic, but this is where they actually went. You still haven't done Universe, have you? No, Universe is after this. And I hope that I can at least start Universe still today, because then my thumbnail will be a lie. And I don't want to be a liar. So yeah. That was the end of the first mini-series. Now we're in this, what was supposed to be the second mini-series, before they decided to turn it into its own running comic. This one saw the introduction of Julie Sue, which, as you can see, is already, doing her whole thing, looking super cool and attracting all the edgy kids from the 90s. Kairi the clickbaiter. I mean, I don't want to. And since I mentioned it on stream, I can't even change it now. Dang it. By the way, this is an issue that I kept revisiting because it opens on Knuckles learning how to meditate, and I don't have to tell you why I like that kind of stuff. Even though he doesn't really take to it, but a few issues later he's shown actually like doing it on his own and properly. I like that kind of stuff. So yeah. So yeah, this three-parter also introduced like his mom and Echinopolis and the conflict with the dingoes, which was very reminiscent of something that has come to the forefront of the news lately, and I'm not gonna get too much into that because I don't really want to talk about it, but I have to at least mention it because it was one of the things that Ken Penders thought was a good idea to base an entire thing in his comic on. I don't know what he was thinking. But then again, isn't that just a way, like, dingo to dingo? I mean, I wish it was dingo to dingo, but no, it's the dingoes, and they're in conflict with the echidnas because they both want the same piece of land, I guess, and they were separated by like this machine that made it so that both realities were like separate from each other but taking place on the same place. It's kind of a mess. It's kind of a mess, but yeah. But yeah, those three issues introduced Echinopolis and that whole thing. Then we have the return of Enerjack, return and fall of Enerjack. This cover was used for a very long time to represent the Knuckles comic as a whole, and I do think that it's a pretty good representation of what it was. So yeah, you have Knuckles, the Chaotix, and Enerjack. On one hand, maybe it's not, the best representation of the Knuckles comic, because the Knuckles comic also went a lot into, like, the whole Echinopolis thing and, technology and all of that. But this also touches a little bit more on the mystical stuff, which I think that is the thing that Knuckles excels at. Like, Sonic for the sci-fi stuff, Knuckles for the mystical stuff. And I don't know why people haven't done that more often. That's a pretty good solution to territorial conflicts, never mind being insane. Yeah. No, the problem is that I think it was during that story, that thing stopped working, so now they have to share the same place, and of course conflicts arise from that. Okay. So yeah. Also you may have noticed that this other echidna guy with, the black bangs, that's Remington. He was pretty important. He was pretty important. And later we found out that he was actually related to Julie Sue. He was not exactly to Julie Sue. He was related more to Lian Da. He was his nephew. He was Kragok, by the way. Where is he? Kragok is this guy that Knuckles is punching here. So yeah, he was a big deal, but for most of the comic, he was dead. Like, he was I think that he died during the lead up to issue 100, I believe, of the Sonic run. So then you have, this story was about Knuckles having to lead a separate tribe of echidnas who were looking for their sort of promised land, which was later revealed to be Albion, which was like this high functioning society of echidnas. It was later revealed that it was the place that that echidnas came from. And on the map, on the Mobius Encyclopedia map, it's roughly where the British Isles would be. And by British Isles, I mean both Britain I mean both Britain and Ireland. So yeah, the whole thing of echidnas originated from Britain and Ireland, and then went to Australia, and oh man, I had never thought of that until the stream that we talked about that sort of stuff. But yeah. So yeah, long story short, Athair being Knuckles' great grandfather. He was the one leading them to Albion, but then he ascended to a higher place of existence during the trip, and Knuckles had to take over for him, basically. And Rubble the Hedge was also involved. Oh, and Sonic is doing the whole wink thing. Yeah, no, I don't want to look at that too long. Buy Sonic comics? I mean, I would. I am buying. Actually, I have to call my my comic book store to order the next trade paperback of the IDW comics. Okay, I don't remember what this story was about. I remember that Charmy's friend here died of what was it? Dandelion sundrop poisoning or something. Which was like in stuff from a carnival that they went to. As you can see, like, you know, the carnival thing, LSD. Yeah, probably. Probably. He was seeing pretty colors before he died, so yeah. So yeah. So right, these were also the covers that you could like put all like one next to each other and make a big picture. Yeah, the comic has always done that a lot. And here again you can see that it was Ken Penders who inked these issues, well, these covers, because of all the lines. Actually, did he also do that for these? Yep. There we go. Ended up Drez and Julie Sue's bangs. Yeah. I also think that this one is also a pretty good showcase of what the Knuckles comics were all about, because it was about, you know, him and the Chaotix doing stuff on Angel Island, while at the same time exposing us like to lore and the characters who had their time in limelight before. More flashbacks. This is Hawking, and that one is Moritori Rex, if I'm not wrong. Hawking being the guy with the OVA hat. I think that this might have been shortly after the OVA came out. Like, it came out as Sonic the movie. Yes, the OVA hat. Hawking had it. Like, in the comic, they kind of turned it into like an item that Knuckles got from him. So like something to connect him with his ancestors. Even though the Brotherhood of Guardians a lot of them were very much still alive. Oh, you got Growda on Pedrovilla though. Cool. Congratulations. I love the fact that Moritori Rex, the other guy behind him, he actually has an M on his outfit. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to announce to the entire world that I am here. Haha! And I think that Moritori Rex's whole thing was that he managed to impersonate a Guardian, like, for many years. Yeah, he managed. He impersonated Tobor, which is that guy up there, the one with the black sclera. You know, like a semi-transparent. And here we have Kragok being a friendly fella as always. Don't remember what his deal was in this issue though. What is that himbo bimbo doing with Knuckles' OVA hat? That's what I said. In the comics, that hat was originally Himbo Bimbo's, aka Hawking. Who was the one who created the whole projector thing that was keeping the dingoes and echidnas in separate realities? I think. I'm pretty sure that was his deal. He was also one of the Guardians who was getting super old for no apparent reason. I don't remember if Penders ever explained that. But yeah. I think that this is the arc in which they introduce Elias. Because Elias showed up in the Sonic comic, in the Knuckles comic before he did in the actual Sonic comics, because apparently he was raised by the Guardians, like he and Queen Alicia escaped the Kingdom of Acorn. And when it was being taken over by Robotnik, and then they crash landed, and Queen Alicia was in a very bad situation, but Elias wasn't, so they just raised the boy as, you know, normal, and they kept Queen Alicia in suspended animation. And I remember that Sally kind of raised a stink with Knuckles because of that, because supposedly, like, because he's related to the Guardians, to the Brotherhood, he should have known that Queen Alicia was there. But he didn't. So he had to explain that to her. Oh boy, yeah. Echidna's unfair! No home for yeah. I think that this is when the whole Echidnas and Dingoes thing got to a boiling point, almost. Also, who the heck is that jumping on Knuckles? That's not Saber, is it? Saber is his grandfather, by the way, which is why I'm kind of like, what? Who is that? I don't remember. Oh boy, that Vector head. Which one? This one? I don't... He's not even here! Wait a sec. What, this one? What's wrong with it? Oh, Espio. Yeah, no, like, Espio... you know, before he came back in Sonic Heroes, nobody could really agree on how the heck to draw Espio. Kairi throwing one name after another, and all I see is Knuckles in different clothes. Yeah. That was one of the funny things about the Knuckles comic, because they weren't... Because, Ken Penders... because Ken Penders was not exactly a very original character designer. The only times that you could get, you know, original-looking characters was when Spaz was designing them. But that was not, like, always. That was not me seeing all the Archie original characters. Who are you people? Even the Duck family tree is more diverse. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But okay. By the way, these are Locke on the left and Saber on the right. Locke is Knuckles' father. Saber is Locke's father, so he's Knuckles' grandfather. He is also the son of Athair, who I also mentioned and who was also Knuckles in different clothes. Spaz always nailed it, yeah. No, Spaz was awesome. I don't remember. I think I remember these guys like vaguely. The ones the robotic echidnas. Also, like that tagline that they have, you know, before Knuckles the Echidna. Enter the exotic and exciting world of Knuckles the Echidna. That is actually true. Like during this time, I think I mentioned I think I mentioned it during the Sonic run, but during this time, the Knuckles comic was legit better than the Sonic comic. Like I remember that when I was reading this, I was reading like in order of release. I wasn't reading in like reading order, but I was reading it in order of release. And reading the Sonic comics was always a slog, but reading the Knuckles comics, dude, breezy. Say what you will about Penders. Say what you will about Penders, but he kind of knew what he was doing here. I mean, weirdness aside, but it was engaging. It was engaging, like you were actually interested in knowing, like, what was coming next? Well, what was gonna happen next? What new piece of lore he was gonna reveal? All of that made for a much more interesting read than whatever was going on at the Sonic comics, right? At that point. So yeah, credit where credit is due. Number 25, and this is a shame because, okay, so far I have said, okay, yeah, no, the Knuckles comic was better than, you know, the Sonic comic. And that still remains true, but after this issue, it became a little bit, I don't know, it became a little bit wonky. Not to the point where it was worse than the mainline Sonic comic, but still kind of a little bit iffy. Showing a little bit more of what we would see later on when the comic when Knuckles got, you know, its own spot in the Sonic comics, because, you know, Ken Penders wanted to keep telling his story, but he didn't have his own comic to do that with anymore. And one of the things that made this issue special was that, okay, so I've been mentioning Locke, you know, on and off. And all of that may make it seem like he was, like, actively involved in what was happening with Knuckles, and he was, but at the same time, he wasn't. And let me explain. Okay, so one of the things that happened in the Guardians, with the Guardians, was that when they reached a certain age, their parental figure would leave them alone and just go through a flashing screen thing to go join the Brotherhood. And that's what Locke did with Knuckles. And until this point in the comic, Knuckles had never seen his father again. And this was the point where Locke went like, nah, I'm gonna catch up on my boy. I don't remember exactly what prompted it. But I do remember that was, you know, the big thing about this comic, was that Knuckles finally got to meet his father again. After years and years of being alone and knowing that he was around, but that he wasn't, you know, there, you know? Like, he legit thought that Locke had died. But yeah, so that was the big thing. That was the big thing about this issue. And here, I think that one of the main reasons why I also go like, oh, you know, after issue 25, things get a little bit iffy, is that, well, one of the things that they tried to do was introduce a love triangle with Knuckles, or at least do the whole thing of, oh, hey, Julie Sue is seeing someone else. Knuckles is jealous now, and stuff. And, like, the fuck, like, Ken Penders even invented something, which was the soul touch, which was a thing, you know, between male and female echidnas that, okay, I actually don't know if it was like between male and female echidnas or if it was just, you know, in general. Like, I don't know if he was progressive like that. But yeah, so basically the soul touch was a thing in which if two echidnas locked eyes with each other, and there was this spark, it meant that they were going to be that they were destined to be together, like for the rest of their lives. Basically, yeah. Wee! Soap opera drama in my Sonic! Yes, my favorite! I absolutely love it when they do that! No, I don't. No, I don't. So yeah, I don't even remember the name of the guy that Julie Sue went on a date with. In fact, just saying that, oh, going on dates. Unless you mean that you're going to eat dates, like you're going to a date tree and you're just gonna get some and, you know, have dates for dinner or something, like, yeah, I don't really think that has a place in this sort of thing. Like, in Sonic media. Dates are delicious, by the way. Oh, man. But yeah. Oh, happy birthday. So, like, it was Knuckles' birthday or something. Yeah, and then you have this, okay, Julie Sue making googly eyes at a Knuckles picture. Maybe she regretted this whole date thing. I don't know. I don't really care. But yeah, I do think that this was like to celebrate like Knuckles' birthday or something. I don't remember. I think that in the comic he started out as 15 years old and then he became 16 as of this issue. And Charmy had a girlfriend. An arranged marriage. Well, not a girlfriend. It was a fiance because he was a prince. He was the prince of his hive. That's a whole nother thing. So this is another standalone issue, in which it's revealed that yeah, Knuckles and Sally knew each other. Also, can I just say, I don't think that I mentioned this before, but Sally's whole like aesthetic as a kid being based on like Jasmine, it's a little bit weird, like, because I don't know, I look at the Kingdom of Acorn and what I see is, you know, a European fantasy. And then you have Sally sporting these very Arabian-inspired outfits, and like, I know why that was. I know why that was. It was because someone saw Aladdin and thought that Jasmine's outfit was super cool or super cute and wanted to reference it somehow. Yeah. Yeah, Knuckles' face is kind of weird. Hi, Mr. Top Hat. How are you? Yeah, it's been a while. Welcome back. Oh yeah, Charmy was a prince in both Fleetway and Archie. Yeah. Yeah, he was. Which is interesting. Like, it's one of those things. Like, okay, so we have a B character, and we can't think of them without being like royalty in some way. That is something that I've noticed that is a little bit funny to me. And here we go into the last arc. Also, wait a second, I see Adventure Sonic there? Oh yeah, Adventure Sonic. Yeah, because this was already during the lead up to Sonic Adventure. In fact, check it out. Knuckles' eyes turned purple all of a sudden. Fun fact, during a lot of the comic run, until Sonic Adventure, until Sonic Adventure became a thing, whenever they needed to over-detail Knuckles' eyes, they usually went for blue as his eye color. It was only after Sonic Adventure that they went like, okay, no, we have to do the same thing as the game, so his eyes are purple now. Also, I don't have answers to this question. Like, who is Monk and how is he connected to Knuckles' past? I don't remember. I remember the names of almost all the Brotherhood of Guardians, and I don't remember who Monk is or how he is connected to Knuckles' past. Just goes to show you, like, yeah, as soon as they tried to do these weird things, like, I really don't understand. And then there was this guy, this hunter guy. He also showed up later in Return to Angel Island, looking very Akira Toriyama-y. Thanks WB, John Gray. Was there any canonical explanation for the color change like with Sonic? No, Sonic was Sonic was the only one who had an explanation for that. Which, like, again, the more that I think about it, the more I think you didn't have to do that. I mean, it was fun. It was fun that you did that. It was fun that you did that, but like, you didn't really need to. I mean, like here, and especially like with someone like Tails. Like, they also never addressed Tails. They just let the change happen very gradually. Like, this colorblind fellow used to think Knuckles' eyes were dark blue. I mean, to be frank, sometimes when Knuckles' eyes are colored, they go for like almost an I don't want to say the name of the color wrong. Let me just check. Yeah, sometimes when they color Knuckles' eyes, they go for almost this indigo blue, which is very dark and close enough to purple that your brain can start playing tricks on you. But his eyes are supposed to be purple. It sometimes depends on like the colorings and stuff like that. Especially during like the beginning. Especially during the beginning of the adventure era. There seemed to be some confusion between like, okay, so are his eyes supposed to be purple, or are they like a shade of blue that almost resembles purple, like, you know, between indigo and violet. But eventually they settled on like actual purple. You look at that, yeah, though they are purple. The hunter and the hunted. And now we have the purple eyes again, and Adventure Sonic over there. And then we have the last issue of Knuckles the Echidna. And with this, Knuckles' stories started going into the Sonic comic, but only, I believe, after they were done with the Sonic Adventure adaptation, which is what happened in the comic right after this. All in all, it was a pretty good run, I would say. Like, of course it had, you know, its ups and downs, but like I said, for a very long time, Época dos Coelhos! Ooh, wrong series, yeah. And soon Sonic X became the secondary series for Archie, yeah. Well, soon? When did that comic start? When did that comic start? Because I know that, okay, so Sonic X started in 2003. I'm going to guess that Sonic X only started in 2004. Sonic X, the comic series. The comic series only started in 2004-ish, I'm gonna guess. Or 2005, which, by the way, that's where Tracy Yardley started, right? Yeah, okay, there you go. So I was around the right mark. Which is where Tracy Yardley started. I think that Ian Flynn also started there, but I'm not sure. Well, does someone correct me on that? But it ended right before Sonic Universe #1. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. When did Sonic Universe #1 come out? Yes, Ian Flynn did start there. Yeah, so like when he got transferred over to the main comic, he already had, experience working with Archie. Like, he wasn't like, oh, you're a fan, we're gonna get you. No, that part had already happened before. September 18th, 2005. Okay, yeah. So yeah, around the time that I said, 2004, 2005, 2005. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, this is this comic was super interesting, and despite everything, I do still want to see if I can collect the entirety of it. And now we still have close to an hour. Let's go back to Ian Flynn's run on the Archie comics. We are starting Sonic Universe, haha, with the first story centering around Shadow and being kind of a Sonic Rush adventure adaptation of sorts. Oh, the last issue of Sonic X led up to Sonic Universe. Yeah, hi Zen, welcome. How are you? Wasn't there a whole thing where Shadow and Metal Sonic fought and teleported between mainline Sonic, Sonic X, and Universe? Yeah. And that's where this issue picks up. And that's where this issue picks up. Oh, I'm just noticing. Yeah, this one was the cover was drawn by Spaz as well. Way to start. I don't actually remember what happens in this particular arc. Let me see. But yeah, this is also... Oh, right. They use this to tie Omega and Gamma's stories together. That was super clever of them. Like, they had it so I think that, like, Gamma dies, and he transfers his memories and kind of also, his emotional core to Omega. Yeah! I've been feeling giggly. I've been watching bootleg movies. What, like bootlegs of, like, Disney and Pixar movies? Those are like the best. Like, I don't know, Good Times, Golden Films, Burbank, of course, Dingo Pictures. What was the British one? Bevanfield, yeah. Bevanfield. Oh my God, Bevanfield is so bad. Oh no, Titanic 2, no. I mean, just looking at that title, I'm like, wow. But okay, and yeah, right, the whole point of this arc was to form Team Dark. And it did a bang-up job at it, I should say. Then we have the whole thing of trying to fix the 25 years later with 30 years later. like actually writing you know, creating a status quo for the 30 years later for if, you know, we ever came back to it. I don't believe we have. I don't believe after this arc we ever came back to the 30 years later thing. Basically, this whole arc was about, I think, Lien Da trying to bring back King Shadow in a gamble to bring back the old continuity. Like, you know, destroy what was here already, what was fixed, basically, from the last time we had the 25 years later thing, in order to get her son back. She had a son in the original 25 years later continuity. With Sonia and Manic as Sonic's kids, yeah. Feels so strange to see Sonic and Shadow as kings, yeah. Yeah, it is a little bit weird, but they were like hinting at least Sonic for the longest time. Shadow being a king, yeah. That was just, you know, going by, you know, okay, so this is what we have to work with, okay. Like, Shadow is Sonic's rival, so let's just, you know, do that. Let's just use him like that. Yeah, and it ended with Sonic forming kind of like, you know, a new team of not exactly freedom fighters, but, you know, I don't know what they call this team. I don't know what they call this team, but it was basically, okay, so if there's trouble, these are the guys that you call. So you have Sonic, you have Melody, and I don't remember Tails' son's name. This is lame. But yeah, you have Mina and Tails' kids. You have Bunny and Antoine's kids. You have Vector's kid, who also showed up in the 25 years later, I think. And you have Lara Sue, and well, Sonic, because you can't keep Sonic still, even if he is the king. But yeah, this storyline also introduced an interesting concept, which was T-Chaos, which was like a fusion of Tikal and Chaos, and like going berserk because of an excess of chaos energy, something like that. Ghostbuster. Oh my goodness. When there's trouble, you know who to call. Ghostbusters. Yeah, sure, that's totally it. That's totally it. Vector's early design being reused for his kid? Yeah, apparently. Yes, apparently. And this, like, with the other thing that we just did in mind was extra interesting. Wait, I forgot about Teen Titans. Yeah. Yes, you did, but it's okay. It's okay, Amber. Fusions in my Sonic. I thought that was a Nazo Unleashed thing. That nope. But it was just this instance, I believe. So yeah, this arc, which was the first time that Knuckles got the spotlight after his comic got cancelled. Yeah, it was about like tracking down Dr. Finitivus. Yeah, dealing with the fallout of the whole Enerjack arc, I believe. So yeah, I always found this cover like super cool. I really want this issue solely for the cover. This is awesome. Okay, this arc I actually have a physical. I I have it fully physical, and this is what I meant when I said that, yeah, okay, sometimes Sonic is actually in Sonic Universe. So, barring the first issue, this is when Sonic, Sally, Tails, apparently, and Monkey Khan went on to try to recruit the ninja clans to help them in their cause to defeat the Iron Dominion, basically. Journey to the East, yup! Yup, they were really clever with that. Why am I getting a Sonic and Shadow fusion called Sonic? Nope, don't finish that. Don't finish that. Also, don't search for it. If you value your sanity, don't search for it. So the first issue, they went after the Spider Clan. Second issue, they went after the Bat Clan. Here they went, I think, after the Lynx Clan, which I don't think went well because Conquering Storm actually, I think that she actually joined the Iron Dominion, I believe. Also, they retconned that Lynx guy over there. What was his name? I don't remember. I don't remember what his name was. But he was retconned to also be, you know, like a Lynx ninja. And on this one, remember kids, search up Sonic X Shadow Generations. Never remove the last word, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, and in this one, they recruited the Chameleons, which was a little bit easier. Well, it wasn't like super easy. It wasn't super easy, but yeah, they met Espio's mom, who's that chameleon right over there in the cover. They tried to be sneaky about it. They tried to be sneaky about it, but yeah, no. Espio is the son of the leader of the Chameleon Ninja clan in the original Archieverse. And I think that he actually explained... Right. He left once the Iron Dominion thing started because it went against his orders. Right. That's when he was retconned. But like, to be frank, it was a pretty good retcon. It like, I don't mind Espio as a ninja at all. I love Espio as a ninja. Like when I play Knuckles Chaotix. Well, no, not Knuckles Chaotix, Sonic Heroes. I mean, like, I'm kind of a sucker for, you know, the whole ninja thing. I can't help it. I'm only human. Small world finding Espio's mom like that. Yeah. Yeah, but I remember that, like, it was kind of like, it was tense, but not like, you know, fighting tense. Like, they never came to blows, you know? It was just talking. Yeah. Then we have a whole arc dedicated to adapting Tails' adventure. Remember that? The Metroidvania on the Game Gear? I always thought that was super cool. And this is where they introduced Great Battle Cuckoo and the Cuckoo Army. And they stuck him with Antoine because funny. But granted, like at this point, Antoine was, you know, a much better character. I mean, he was being written by Ian Flynn, so yeah. Also, this cover is really cool. I don't remember who made fun. of that little guy. That little guy on the top right. Flight gear, because that is supposed to look like half of an egg, and I think that someone made fun of it, and he was like super how can I put this? He was super self-conscious about it. Oh man, I sure do. I was in a few streams of it. Oh, cool, cool. Someone actually played Tales Adventure on stream. That is awesome. I'm waiting for the Sky Patrol adaptation to see Pete. Oh yeah. Oh man. Treasure Team Tango. I remember that this one was good. I just don't remember what actually happens in it. Was it Jet? Probably. It was either Jet or Bean. It was either Jet or Bean. It was a green bird, probably. Oh right, this is I think that this is the arc in which Omega kind of falls in love with Blaze because she sets things on fire. And Omega is into that. Yeah. Oh man, this cover, I love it. Speak of the devil, my boy Bean. Yep, there he is. Just as we remember him from Dynamite Ducks. Oh man. Yeah, I really love this. I love this cover. Especially the detail that, no, this is indeed Shadow's bike. Cream and her Uncle Shadow. Yeah. Oh man. And the whole fact that that Cream is pitted against Omega. Only Bean is a woodpecker, not a duck. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for the longest time we thought that Fang was a weasel. Turns out he's a jerboa. So, yeah. I love that bike, by the way. Yeah. You think there's anyone crazy enough to try to make a replica of it in real life? I would love to see this bike in real life. My headcanon is that Bean is a hybrid. Well, in the original Archie continuity, aka this one, that would not be possible. Because the rules in this continuity is you come out as the gender of your progenitors. Basically, if you're a boy, you come out as the same animal as your dad. If you're a girl, you come out as the same animal as your mom. Them's the rules. I thought Fang's species was Sniper. Yeah, that's what I thought too. In fact, when I learned that he was a jerboa, I kinda made the same face that he is doing right now in this cover. Right about to get hit by Amy's hammer. Oh man. And yeah, Jet is also here. Everyone's here. Oh man. No, I remember that this arc was a lot of fun. Oh dude. I didn't remember that this one was this early. Right. This is one of my favorite arcs in Sonic Universe. At least the pre-Super Genesis Wave era. Okay, so, long story short. Silver goes to an alternate version of the past, well, his past, in which Knuckles has become Enerjack for good and has taken over, like, his entire version of Mobius. Like, turning people into, like, zombies by absorbing their life force. And Silver basically joins a freedom fighter team that is going against him. And that's and this pretty much cements one of the things that I love about Knuckles in any continuity, is that Knuckles is that sort of character who, even though he's a good guy, he's not, like, he is not solid enough in his convictions that he cannot be corrupted. Either by outside sources or by a wish to set things right. And I find that fascinating, and I love that character trait of his. And that character trait of his was especially strong in Archie's pre-Super Genesis Wave continuity. And this was like the culmination of that, and I love this arc for it. I love how it manages to make sense within everything that we already know and still push it even further. Like, it's amazing. Also, it was super well drawn and super well colored. Like, every page of this arc is a work of art. It's just amazing. Oh, and the detail that they decided to make, that he has, you know, this sort of weird eye that matches his bionic eye in the 25 years later arc. That is just like, I love this kind of stuff. I absolutely love it. Sonic Universe 24 predicted trio of trouble with Amy and Fang. Is that something from Sonic Superstars? Because I am not like into Sonic Superstars. I'm kind of waiting for the price to drop a little bit. Yeah. Okay, but hear me out. Bean's species could be a mix between a woodpecker and a duck, as well as his family, a new species. Oh, woodducker, yeah. I mean, sure. It's just that according to Archie rules, that is if it can happen, it's a very rare occurrence. So yeah, Silver the Hedgehog versus Enerjack. Oh right, and the way that Silver finds to defeat Enerjack is, wow. I love this arc. I love this arc so much. I'm not gonna spoil what actually happens, but it's amazing. It's so clever. I knew this was gonna happen. I'm gushing about this stupid comic again. Trio of Trouble is a prologue for Superstars. Yeah, okay. So I still have to watch that, but I kind of want to watch it when I already have the game, so that I can watch it and immediately go to playing it. Kind of surprising they never brought in Super Silver. I think that there were two things. One, they didn't want to bother with the whole thing of, you know, oh, where's the Chaos Emeralds in this particular arc, but also I'm gonna tell you, like, the way that they handled it. They didn't need Super Silver. In fact, the fact that Super Silver is not here makes it even better. I'm just gonna say that. And now we have a whole arc dedicated to Scourge the Hedgehog in prison. It's a thing all about him trying to break out. Him and his Destructix fellas, and Fiona, who's also part of the Destructix now. Scourge was here. In before Scourge says, right, I think that they cut off, yeah, they cut off his quills, they're shorter. Right, I didn't remember that. And this whole like parody of Sonic 200. This is also pretty cool. Oh hey, Proto Surge, yeah, like I don't know how Surge is different from Scourge. I know that Surge was, you know, super, like there's a lot of Scourge in Surge. And frankly, I'm glad. I'm glad because Scourge, after Ian Flynn gave him, you know, the whole reboot thing, he was a pretty cool character. Like, I do remember this part being one that I was a little bit angry about, because I was planning on subscribing to the comic. Yeah, you know, all the way from the US. But as soon as I went like, okay, I'm gonna do that, this arc started, and I was like, I don't want the first arc that I'm subscribed to be a Scourge arc. I see the owls though. Yeah, vertical and horizontal. Yeah, I think that they kind of manipulated them to be able to leave. I think that they were like instrumental because of that one issue that they were like fighting. Like they got arrested by the zone police. And yeah, that's why they were in the prison as well. and then Scourge kind of made friends with them so he could escape. Okay, now this arc was a little bit disappointing for me because I thought that it was legit gonna be about the Babylon Rogues, but then it very quickly turned into not that. It turned into, okay, so first they're gonna go against the Battle Cuckoos. That is fine. That is a great idea. In fact, I think that they mentioned that the Babylon Rogues were part of the Great Battle Cuckoo army at one point, but then they defected, probably because their origins were slightly different. Because again, Babylon Rogues, they're from Babylon in the Sonicverse. But yeah, so what they did was, okay, let's tie this into the actual comic. Like, let's not have this be a side story like we've been doing up until now. Let's make this required reading for if you're trying to follow the comic. And that's a decision that I can't really get behind. I mean, I understand why they would do it. Like, in fact, it's kind of like a given that it would happen at some point. But like, could you not? The answer is the answer is no. You could not. So yeah. Hello, I fell asleep. Oh, that's okay, Dave. Oh, dude, did you have a good sleep at least? Did you sleep well? Oh man. Sorry about that. We're still doing the entirety of Sonic Universe, so you're still in time for that. And if you wanna catch the rest, you can always watch the VOD later. Like, I don't know, while you're taking a shower, and have it on. Since it's just me talking. Or while you're reading. I don't know, I'm just parroting the things that I sometimes do with other people's streams. But yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay, Dave. That's okay. Right, and this is when they decided, okay, so this is the beginning of Eggman's Dozen. Kind of, like, this was an idea that they had here that they later brought back for the Super Genesis Wave. Because at this point in the comic, they were already doing the thing like, okay, so the Dark Legion joined forces with Eggman. So these guys that you see were like grandmasters of the Dark Legion. Lee and Da, you know, the echidna girl down there, down at the right, she wasn't very happy because she wanted to be the Grandmaster, the sole Grandmaster, ever since she was a teenager, and she was always denied that opportunity. So, yeah, whoops. So what, Dave? You're saying? So? We are still on Archie, right? Yeah, no, this is supposed to be an Archie retrospective. This is supposed to be an Archie retrospective. I'm not thinking of doing IDW. I'm not thinking of doing IDW because, well, because I haven't read it yet. Also, it's still ongoing. And I really think that, you know, when you do a retrospective, you kind of should go for things that are like, you know, at least like that have already ended or that are, you know, at their end, you know. But that's just me. Maybe that's a short-sighted way to look at things. I don't know. I kind of like to have the whole picture before I talk about it at length. But yeah, we are still on Archie. We went through the Super Genesis Wave, which was, you know, the big reboot of the main comic. Then we went to the Knuckles comic, and now we're in Sonic Universe, which is the last part of Archie that I wanted to talk about. There's other releases. There's the Sonic X. There's a Sonic X comic, which I have never really been all that interested in, to be honest. There's the Sonic Super Specials, which pretty much went the way of the dodo around the time that the Sonic Adventure tie-in happened. There were the mini-series. There's a lot of mini-series, like especially during the 90s. And then there were some other specials, like one that is super famous, which is Sonic Live. Which was written by Ken Penders, by the way. And had like 2 real-life kids being sucked into the games, except the world of the games was a lot more like the world of the comics. Not gonna lie. Sonic Live, Princess Sally, Tails, etc. Yeah. Yes, exactly. By the way, did you cover the Capcom crossover? I talked about it briefly. In fact, New Around did mention that it was a shame that you weren't here because, I did briefly talk about the whole Mega Man thing, about the whole Capcom crossover, but mostly, unfortunately, because I didn't really read it when it came out, I kind of jumped into the comic, like, after the Super Genesis wave. So yeah, what I did mention is that the Capcom crossover was probably, this is not confirmed info, but it was probably one of the bigger reasons why the comic got cancelled as a whole, because they had to license a lot of different IPs, and those licenses don't come cheap. So basically, the comic was not doing badly after that, but it was not doing well enough to recoup the costs of all those licenses, plus what Archie was doing with Riverdale. And again, there was something else. There was something else that I saw, like in the Mobius Encyclopedia, but I don't remember what it was, and in order to get to that page, I would have to jump through some loops. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Maybe I'll see about it like at the end, like because it's going to be on topic. So yeah, by the way, I love this cover because I love Mystery Science Theater 3000, and this is just straight up a reference to Mystery Science Theater 3000. Well, considering Mega Man was also a comic series by Archie, it was probably a bit easier. Yes, but Worlds Collide did not just have Sonic and Mega Man. It had a whole bunch of not only Sega properties, but also Capcom properties. And yeah, they already had the license for Sonic and Mega Man. But like they had to license Street Fighter, they had to license Alex Kidd, they had to license what else? Oh right, another run that I forgot that they also did, Sonic Boom. And Sonic Boom was a great comic, by the way. If you can track it down, it's super worth it. It's super funny. I think it's better than the show, honestly. We got to see, yeah, Okami, Beautiful Joe, yeah, like, those were all licenses that they had to pay for. Like, so yeah. I don't remember what happens in this issue, like... But yeah, it came down to the more Sonic the Fighters references. Hey look, it's Honey! That's the first time that she showed up in the comic. Oh man. Oh, this arc was also pretty interesting. Not as good as the first Silver arc, but yeah, the Secret Freedom Fighters. So this was, like the name implies, a secret team of freedom fighters made up of characters who would not be, you know, like on the spotlight, but they would be able to do things that the actual freedom fighters would not be allowed to, because it would be unofficial. So yeah. They had Mega Man X, Knights, Okami, Street Fighter, Skies of Arcadia, Alex Kidd, Golden Axe, Space Channel 5. It was essentially Sega vs. Capcom as a comic. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, I have to go now, dinner's calling. Okay, I'll probably be here until, I mean, we'll see. We're at issue 441. I didn't really want to have to do another stream, so I'm probably just gonna go until the end with this. Since we're already almost halfway. So yeah. So yeah, I'll probably still be here. That's the game that should exist. Yeah, Sega vs. Capcom. That would be so cool. That would be so amazing. Oh, holy crap. But yeah, right. What they were doing was they were going after Ixis Nagas. But since Ixis Nagas, I think he was the king or something around those lines. Yeah. Or at least he had a claim to the throne, something like that. Yeah, no, this arc was also pretty interesting, and it was because of this cover that I remembered that Jeffrey St. John during this time had actually had, you know, smoke and shadow powers, which again, I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool, and I think that it's a valiant effort to actually, you know, redeem him a bit. Even if to redeem him and make him more interesting, you have to make him more of a villain. I'm okay with that. Look at this Bond. Yeah. Yeah, Elias is doing the James Bond pose. Yeah. Because that's basically what they were. They were not, because they were Mobotropolis's secret force. MI6, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, though this is interesting. Okay, this was a tie-in to Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. I don't remember what they actually did in here. And this was one. I think that this was actually one of the last. This was one of the last arcs. Why they had to like spend an entire issue doing a tie-in to Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, I don't know. But, well, at least after that we got this, which was the Chaotix going after the guys who had taken the Kingdom of Mercia. The Kingdom of Mercia was basically Albion's neighbors, which was, you know, kind of like a medieval England sort of place. With their own Robin Hood in the shape of Robbo the Hedge. So yeah, and I don't remember you know, specifics about this arc, but I do. Yeah, Espio! Haha! See, someone who agrees with me. Espio Ninja. He's awesome. So yeah. Right, okay, so yeah, it was Chaotix's quest, so basically they went to other places, and Elmer, here is that Looney Tunes reference that you wanted. I know that you're not here, but but here it is. In fact, there was a lot of characters in this whole group that were just, you know, Looney Tunes references. So yeah, like this guy is a walking reference to Bugs Bunny. There was also a coyote and a roadrunner. So yeah, a nice use of light and shadow in this one. Yeah, on the previous one. Yeah, this cover is super cool. Man, Tracy Yardley, man, he's amazing. But yeah, right, they were going after, right, I think that they were trying to get to get Mighty back because he left them. Because he was going to look after his sister, right, who was in Mercia and was one of, she was not one of Eggman's generals, but close to it. I think she was Lord Hood's second in command or something. Her name was Matilda, by the way. Yeah, Bugs Bunny knockoff. Yeah, and here you find why you don't make Mighty angry. I really love this angle that they went with Mighty. Like, he's a guy that has like pure brute strength, but his his biggest asset can also be his worst enemy. So basically he has to foster inner peace in order to, you know, not become a threat to everyone around him. I love this. And I think that they kept this angle for the new 252 for the Super Genesis Wave continuity. I love this comic, man. The 5th issue's throwdown! I don't remember what happens in this one. All that I know is that, yeah, it's the lead up to Worlds Collide, which means that this was legit the last story of the original continuity. I like Mighty and the yellow guy. Glad they're using more. Oh, Ray the squirrel. Yeah, Ray the flying squirrel, actually. I'm gonna try to use, when I beat Sonic Mania, I wanna see if I can try to use them. Cause like, I'm not familiar with their gameplay at all. But yeah. So yeah. You may know everything that I'm gonna do, but I know everything that you're gonna do! Strange, isn't it? That's pretty much this cover. Duolingo? Hello, Duolingo, welcome. This is not a magazine. This is a comic book. This is a comic book issue. Welcome, by the way. I like Amy more, at least she wears clothes. Well, all the female characters do, like in Sonic. Well, after the Super Genesis Wave, at least. Yeah, wasn't Mighty the one that helped Sonic control his werehog rage in the mainline continuity? Yes, exactly! After the Super Genesis Wave, when the whole, when the whole Sonic Unleashed thing was happening. Exactly. What the heck is Duolingo doing here? I'm sorry, I'm shy. That's okay. That's okay. We're friendly here. That is a sick cover. Yeah, it is. Was it drawn by Spaz? Yes, it was drawn by Spaz. Of course. Of course it was drawn by Spaz. That's amazing. Oh, right. I'll behave. Come on, I'm not here. Well, if you're not here, then... Where are you? Are we... Is anyone here? Where is here? Is here even real? What is real? Of course it was Spaz. Yeah! I need to... I actually need to look into that. Like, does Spaz draw covers for IDW Sonic? By the way, Duolingo, I love your app. Pretty helpful. Okay. So, now we are in Worlds Collide. Well, at least to start... No existentialism, Kairi. We have a comic to cover. Yes, yes, you're right. You are absolutely correct. He drew at least one for the 30th anniversary special. Kairi discovers the dangers of astral projection. I mean, they should have trained me for that. Sorry, you got excited. No, that's okay. No, but yeah, they should have warned me about the existentialism that comes when you're astral projecting. They didn't. Idiots. And according to my horoscope, since I am an Aquarius, it is normal for me to question authority and question what is already established and be a contrarian. So yeah, I'm allowed to call my past superiors idiots because well, first, I'm the high priest now. Meh. Take it up with the high ranking acolytes before it gets to me. And second, it's in my it's in my horoscope. It's in my zodiac. You can't say anything about that. I mean, if you believe in those things, you can also believe that I'm a super contrarian. So yeah. This cover, yeah, no, this is really cool. This is really cool, and this is what everyone wanted. Sega versus Capcom. And look, there's my boy base. Right above my other boy, well, my main boy, Knuckles. Well, good, Emerald. Like, you're more than welcome to lurk if you want. Like, it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, my boy base. Actually, my boy base is not this base. It's the one from Mega Man Battle Network. That is the one that I think is really cool. But yeah, no, this cover is beautiful. Yeah. It was also drawn by Spaz. Yeah. Oh, dude. 2 times the adventure. The front cover is... Yes, Space.exe. Exactly, Dave. Exactly. I love Base.exe. Not the creepypasta. I don't think that there's a creepypasta based on Base. Yeah, no, like, he's... I don't know what they did with that guy, but he's just... I love everything about him. His aesthetic, his personality, his voice. Like, they nailed him. It's just... like, all the mid-2000s edge done absolutely right. Like, I don't think I've seen a character that does the whole mid-2000s edge as well as Base.exe. Like, I'm just, like... It's amazing. There aren't any Mega Man.exe games that aren't Battle Network. That I know of. Oh... You're reading what I said? What? Are you Duolingo, Emerald? I mean, you both have the same color. You both have the same color. Are you two the same person? Cannon Base is kind of a huge loser, yeah. I see what they did there. Yeah, here we have the Yuji Uekawa kind of effect. And we have Rose Woman, Shadow Man? Shade Man? I don't know. And Knuckles Man. And those guys up there, I don't remember what they're called. I'm sorry. I'm not as much of a Mega Man fan as I am like a Sonic fan. I think that you probably already got to that conclusion. But yeah. The Chaos Devil strikes! Oh no, the Chaos Devil! Shadow Man! Hi, Cyanic! Hi, Cyanic! Welcome! It is Shadow Man? Huh. Okay. Shadow Man, they even made a... Oh, they made a joke about it? Oh, dude! The previous cover looks like a Robot Master stage select. Yeah, I read that. Hyperstorm Age, Buster Rod G, and I don't know the Kappa name. Yeah. Also, like, okay, someone more well-versed in Mega Man or Capcom than me. Like, okay, so this is a fusion of chaos with what exactly? Because, like, I can see the chaos. I can see the chaos part. I don't know what else this is supposed to be referencing. Oh, those guys are from the only exclusive Sega Robot Masters. Oh! Oh, that explains it. With Yellow Devil. Oh, Yellow Devil. Oh! Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh man, I should read this. I should read this later. It's the first game. It's in the first game and a bunch of others. Okay, cool. Okay, part 11 of 12. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that this is the second to last issue of Worlds Collide. The last one being in the Sonic, in the actual original Sonic run. Yeah, it's a recurring / notorious boss. Okay. I need to brush up on my Mega Man lore. It's basically a pile of goo that transports around in goo balls and shoots eye lasers. Oh, hence the Chaos Fusion. And it being sort of green. Okay. Interesting, interesting. No, like I really need to read this. And now we're post Super Genesis Wave. Which, like, to be honest, I mean, you know, actually going back and seeing some of these Sonic Universe issues, it's really reminding me of, you know, some of the reasons why I love the comic pre-Super Genesis Wave. But post-Super Genesis Wave was like peak. Are you ready, kids? So was the super cover from Worlds Collide in Sonic or Mega Man? I think it was in Sonic. I think it was in Sonic. We actually saw it. Ashley. No, wait. No, we were here. And, yeah, the super cover was in the Sonic the Hedgehog comic. Yeah. There you go. Are you ready? Yes! Oh, who lives in the pineapple under the sea? No, wait. Wrong franchise. Wait, why? Oh, I had the wrong source picked. Oh man. Oh dude, I love Like, just check out Bark in the background over there, like all proper butler like. Oh man. This comic was so cool. I don't remember what was happening in this specific arc. I think that these pirate guys were like rejects from like from Eggman's army, and they sort of formed this pirate alliance. I think that was the case. I am not 100% sure. Oh right. What was the name of the Eggman looking robot in Sonic Rush Adventure? Okay. Yeah, okay. Isn't the captain the guy from Fleetway? I don't know. I don't know, actually. I mean, he does ring a bell, but I'm not sure. I'm not exactly the best person to say. Oh, hi, Kiba. Captain Whiskers. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Captain Whiskers and Shorty. Yeah. Looking for the Chaos Emeralds, and here we have Bean being his. I love. Okay, I haven't mentioned it all that much during these streams, but can I just say that turning Bean into a maniac was like the best. Was one of the best ideas they could have come up with. I love Bean in the comics. I really do. Lisa's hat looks very much like Short Fuse the Cybernick's helmet. Oh, in Rush Adventure is Captain Whiskers and Johnny. Oh, Duck with Dynamite Ducks, you could say. Yup. Yeah. Even though, like, I think there was a little bit of a discussion during the stream in which I think Elmer and Johnny were discussing whether Bean was a duck or a woodpecker, and they got to the conclusion that he was probably a hybrid of both. Bean is just Screwball Daffy, and I love him for that. Screwball Daffy is great. I mean, Chuck Jones Daffy is also great, but you know. But putting a character like that in a Sonic comic is brilliant. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. It's so much fun, and why don't more people do this? Okay, actually not that much, but there is a resemblance. Okay, yeah. Yeah, maybe they use that as a little bit of a base. Enter Burning Blaze! I don't remember if Blaze ever went super in the regular Archie continuity. But yeah, I think that it was a pretty hype moment here. Also, that is the Soul Emerald. This is set in Blaze's dimension. Yeah, Burning Blaze, baby! Heck yeah! What if Bean is a platypus that lost his tail and went mad as a result? Did he lose his tail? No, he has tails. Wait, maybe he's a cyborg, and those are cybernetic tails. Maybe. I mean, all of those possibilities are interesting to explore. Blaze, yeah. Okay, I think. Okay, so the last arc was interesting. It was funny. I mean, Bean was in it, so what did you expect? But this is the arc that really made me go, oh yeah, this new continuity has legs to stand on. Because, okay, so they decided to bring in the whole thing of the Black Arms. And one of the things that I thought was super interesting about Shadow the Hedgehog which was the whole thing that Black Doom is actually able to control Shadow. No, he's able to control his mind. I've mentioned before that when I was, you know, a little kid, that kind of stuff scared me. But as time went on, I started finding it fascinating as it happens. It's a very normal pipeline. I have since learned. The Soul Emeralds are different to the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, I love that Blaze's super form isn't called Super. Yeah, it's Burning Blaze. Shadow the Hedgehog 2, baby! Yeah, that's basically what they did with this arc, and it's really cool. I love it. These black preachers really mean business. Who says that? I remember hearing someone say that in the game. Such an awkward line to say. Yeah, Eclipse. Eclipse was a great character. Eclipse was a great character, and it's a shame that we're never gonna get him back. Like, the post Super Genesis Wave era was, it was Sonic! Of course it was. Of course it was Sonic. In Westopolis, right? Which is why I remember it so, which is why I remember it so vividly. Because like, I didn't remember the voice, but I remember, you know, hearing it. Who is this guy? Okay. How do I explain Eclipse? I think that Eclipse, he was related to the Black Arms. I don't remember what he was, but he, in a sense, he was Shadow's brother of sorts. But he's not a hedgehog. Again, he's an alien. I need to brush up on my on my knowledge of who Eclipse really was. But he was a super interesting character. He was a super interesting character because he was cordial, he was nice. And the rings are off, which means Shadow actually means business. When the rings come off, you know. I didn't remember this arc was after the reboot. Yeah, it was. It was. Which means that, yeah, we didn't really get much of Eclipse, even though he had a lot of promise. It was me! I was Eclipse all along! Yeah. Okay. This is the first issue that me and my brother found in that kiosk that I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. And holy crap, I was so happy. Pretty sure Eclipse was just meant to be a shadow counter, though he tried and temporarily did convert him. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I just don't remember, like, where did he come from? Like, who made him? How was he born? That sort of thing. I think he also didn't listen to his boss / family and some of that, which may have contributed to them losing. Yeah, this issue is Knuckles and the Chaotix! I wonder what they're trying to do! I approve! It's also the issue that I used as my thumbnail, so I don't have to say that I told a lie! Here it is! Here it is, you can see it. I did have to put myself on top of Vector, and for that I apologize. I really didn't want to, but like, there's not much that I could do, you know, with the 16:9 setup. And like, when I read this comic, I was so happy, because for the longest time, I thought that the version of Knuckles that I loved was just a fever dream. Remember, this was right when like Sonic Boom was a thing, and the games that we were getting, if Knuckles showed up, he was a joke. He was a complete joke. So when this issue came out, when we actually got this issue, and I saw how Knuckles was being characterized, I gave one of the biggest sighs of relief that I that I had relating to like a fictional character, because I legit thought like did the Knuckles that I like ever exist actually? Did I imagine him? Did I imagine him? Did I just put traits on him that he didn't actually have? Like, and then I read this issue and I was like, no, he's real. He was actually real, and Ian Flynn knows it, and he writes it like that. Yes! Thank you so much! Thank you so much, Ian Flynn, for proving that I'm not crazy! I'm not crazy! I'm not gonna do that. Does that mean that Kairi is Vector? That would be very confusing. That would be super confusing. Like, I'm blue and white, and Vector is like green and a crocodile, and I'm a human, I think. Am I not a human? Glad someone was still doing Knuckles right. Yeah, no, like it was magical. It was magical to read this. to read this issue. Like, especially, I think that there's a part in it that that Knuckles says that like, okay, so they go to Pumpkin Hill. I don't remember if that's in this issue or in the next one, but there's a part where he says, okay, we have to go to Pumpkin Hill, but we have to be careful because there's like ghosts, and because there's ghosts and stuff. And then Charmy is like, haha, Knuckles is trying to scare us by saying that there's ghosts, and good one, Knuckles. And Knuckles is like, no, I'm not kidding. The place is crawling with angry spirits. Like, they actually exist. And then Charmy is like, oh no! I'm colorblind, and Vectors and your skin color look pretty similar to me. And you both wear golden stuff. I mean, okay, you're right on that last part. Ah! Oh no, I went, ah! I almost swallowed my own hair. Ah, dude. I mean, I hope I'm not green. If I'm green, that's a very bad sign. Oh man, and Bean is here. Of course Bean is here, yes. Do you have psychic powers, Kairi? I guess you could consider them psychic powers in some like traditions and stuff. What I do have is considered psychic powers. I'm not sure though. I would call them more like mystical. Careful there, shaman boy. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, okay, one thing that I can tell you is that, okay, so when an Atlantean shaman gets possessed by a spirit, their physical appearance doesn't really change. So yeah, none of that, you know, Phoenix Wright. Oh, now we have like an old man wearing a tiny kimono and girly and a girl's hair. Like none of that. Vector also wears big headphones. Didn't you once tweet that picture of yourself also wearing big headphones? Maybe? I don't remember. I remember that I was wearing glasses. Maybe I did have headphones. Comedy denied. For what? For Bean? No, where Bean goes, comedy is always the name of the game. I'm an Emerald Hedgehog, not a shaman, okay? Oh, I'm the shaman. He was talking to me. He was talking to me, Emerald. Oh, man. Okay, so, apparently now I'm Vector. Why can't I be Knuckles? But yeah, Dark Gaia minions. Yeah, this whole thing was, yeah, there you go. This whole thing was Knuckles and the Chaotix trying to find Chip, who is, as you know, a spirit. So, yeah. And I did find it funny that Knuckles at the beginning of the arc really says, like, well, I guess I shouldn't be doing this, but I guess I have dealt with, like, plenty of spirit stuff in my life, so I guess I'm the right guy for the job. And then he comes across the Chaotix and all hell breaks loose. And another reason to like this arc, Bean, Bark, and Fang! Who is not a weasel, by the way, he's a jerboa. I'm still not happy about that. Okay. You sing a lot better than Vector, however. Yeah, no, at least that. So yeah, there you go. I can't be Vector because I sing better than him. Yeah, no, this arc was really fun. It was a lot of fun. Oh, right, and this is an interesting thing that they did that I don't know why they hadn't done before. Knuckles versus Shadow. What the heck? Why hasn't anyone done that before? Fang the Knack, yeah. Could I be Espio? I mean, I don't know. Who's Charmy then? So, catch the champion, stop the champion, get the champion. Then. That's what you're referencing, Johnny, right? I don't remember the name of the show, but yeah. Oh, wait! Dastardly and Muttley's Flying Machines, I think. I think that's the name. Could be wrong. But yeah. Back to this. Why hasn't this been a thing, like, before? Like, Knuckles versus Shadow. It's like, it's obvious. And there's Eclipse again. There's Eclipse again, and this is I think that this is the arc that for me really cemented Eclipse as, you know, like, okay, no, he is his own character. Yes, I love that you got it. Yeah. I love I love Hanna-Barbera. I need to read more into Hanna-Barbera. Do you have a super form? Not really. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Like, I may have something akin to a super form, but like, I don't know. Hello, Elber. Welcome back. You just missed me catching a reference to Dastardly and Muttley and their flying machines. Right. Knuckles, you had one job. Oh man, Knuckles can't catch a break even from these covers. Like, holy crap. Yeah, and this is the reason why in this universe Knuckles had to break the Master Emeralds, because Eclipse was going to use it to power up if he didn't. And, like, I think that Eclipse actually had a plan, and it was really bad. It was going to have, like, overreaching consequences if he, Also, Knuckles fighting a Dark Gaia Titan in the previous arc. Yeah! Yeah, no, like, oh man, this run, especially with Sonic Universe, this was so good for, like, if you were a Knuckles fan. Seriously. I heard about Muttley. I wanted to do his laugh, but I can't. Also, see that girl up there, like behind Knuckles, right behind his head. That was Relic, and she was basically me. She was basically me. A nerd who geeks out at history stuff. She was like, and she was having the job that I would love to have if I was a character in the Sonic universe. I mean, if I didn't keep my shaman credentials, you know, if I wasn't from like an equivalent of Atlantis in the Sonic universe, because, like, let's be honest, I couldn't be an echidna. I mean, it would be interesting if I was an echidna, but because like it would fit my lore and stuff, you know, the whole Atlantis thing. But on the other hand, I mean, Sega has pretty much established that Knuckles is supposed to be the last echidna, there can't be any others, etc., etc. So I would probably have to be a different animal, a different Mobian from a different ancient civilization, who would be like, I don't know, tangentially related? Probably not. Probably not. Haha, nerd. Yeah. Yeah, no, like, when I saw what this character was like, I was like, did they just make a character that is just basically me? Oh man, and I miss Relic. Like, she wasn't around for a long time, but like, I could imprint myself on her. Looks like super. Doesn't he break the Master Emerald every other game? No, not really. Not really. Would there be a piece of art where Kairi is biting Giganto from Sonic Frontiers by any chance? No. No. No, I don't think so. Like, I haven't even played Sonic Frontiers, so, like, I don't even know who Giganto is. And Angel Island didn't fall because of the Unleashed arc, yeah. Yeah, no, it fell because of this, I believe. The Ryan Gosling of Atlantean Echidnas. Kairi the Pangolin. I mean, yeah, maybe. Like, as long as I can keep the hair. As long as I can keep the hair, I'm fine. Time to rethink my idea for a Sonicified Kairi, because I was gonna use Tikal's head, but white. I mean, yeah. No, like, that would be, Giganto is the first Titan. Oh. Oh, I see. I see. Wait, the first Titan that you beat in Sonic Frontiers, right? Right? I do believe that's the case. But yeah. But yeah, like I said, as long as I can keep the long hair, it's cause I am undefeatable. Okay, I don't know what song you're referencing, but yeah. Who or what is Phage? The first one you fight, yes. Okay, okay. This story arc was also pretty. Unless I use a Calisota card and say you're a Calisotan tune, but with 5 fingers. I mean, I don't know much about like fan characters from like, you know, the Disney comics. I think I would feel more comfortable as a Sonic OC. Honestly. Phage eat. Big, my boy. Yep, he's in this arc, and I think that he's really important, actually. I think that this arc was about Nicole, I think. Yeah, and Sally is here. Yeah, they go to the Cyberverse. It's like this cover makes me laugh because it's like, oh, like we are all, you know, confident and stuff, and then there's big hello. And Sally is there now wearing so many clothes. I know she has shorts. Holy crap. Oh, it would be a Sonic OC at the end of the day, just not in the Sonic universe. Well, dang it. But yeah. Oh man, I love Big. Undefeatable is a song by Kellen Quinn for the Giganto boss fight in Sonic Frontiers. Okay, then I will listen to it when I play Sonic Frontiers, which will be Only after my rebranding, which I tried asking my rigger when does she think that the model is going to be ready. As far as I know, she hasn't answered me yet. I tried to tell her, okay, like, no, like, there's no rush. There is no rush. But I kind of wanted to know because I wanted to organize things. Like, my current estimate is that it'll be like in around July. But I want to make sure that I can make that date. Like, cause I really like I don't know. So yeah. But yeah, this whole arc I think was about Nicole and her origin in this version of the comic, which is I think that it also cemented her and Sally's relationship, I think. Like, I think that part of what they were probably gonna do is, okay, since Sonic can't have a girlfriend, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ship Sally and Nicole, and I'm like, I'm kind of fine with that. As long as it doesn't take up, like, you know, the entire comic. And it doesn't become, like, the main thing. Like, I'm kind of fine with that. I love Sally's Super Genesis Wave design. Yeah, it's super solid. It's really good. I'll explain the idea I had via DM. Okay. Sonic 75. Wait, we're back? Oh, right. Before we were in Worlds Collide, and now we're in Worlds Unite. Yeah, okay. This one is the big crossover. The crossover that has everyone. They have something in common. Sonic. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Oh, hey, right. Zero's also here. And right, and I forgot to mention her last time, but yeah, Styx is here. Mega Man X, yeah. And this was drawn by Spaz, of course. Oh man, right, Knights. I don't know what the bottom one is. Okami, Alex Kidd. I don't know what that one above there is, but I recognize Chun-Li. Yeah, no, this crossover was so ambitious. Oh, right, Axel, yeah. Yeah, Axel is also there. Skies of Arcadia. Oh, okay. By the way, Skies of Arcadia is indeed a game that I want to see if I can get when I get a Dreamcast. I've always been fascinated by it ever since I saw it in magazines, like way back when. And I'm not even going to mention Can Masters, because who doesn't know who Can Masters is? Oh, Ghosts and Goblins. Okay. Like, if I saw the sprite, I would recognize it. This is way too detailed. Oh, man. And Silver always being in great story arcs for the comic. I don't know what this boy has. Like, I've always liked him. I've always liked Silver. Like, I never had any problems with Silver whatsoever. Like, some people find him annoying. I just find him, kind of charming because, he's young, he doesn't know any better, but he has, that sense of justice, but he can also be a goof. Like, I love Silver. I know this is a controversial opinion in some circles, but no. I absolutely love Silver. Evan Stanley time, yes! You probably didn't recognize him because he wasn't in Underpants. Yeah, that's that is a very possible thing. Yes. He's Trunks. Yeah, like in the Sonic universe, he kind of fits the same role as Trunks. Which, you know, fair. Maybe he was. Maybe he was. Hard to tell when it only shows his face. Yeah, yeah. Must jump, dinner's call it. See you in a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way to the end. I'm gonna go all the way to the end with this, and then I'm gonna end stream because, yeah, I also need to go eat. But we've come this far. I'm not going to leave it to another stream. Like, yeah. Yeah, bon appetit, Johnny, by the way. Oh, dude, right. Okay, so one amazing thing that came from the Super Genesis Wave arc? No, from the Super Genesis Wave run is that, again, they could use characters from every continuity as long as it wasn't the original comics one. Which means that you could also get characters from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's how you get Professor Von Schlemmer here. He's from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And they made him into a character that you can actually take seriously. And that is so cool. Like, they did the same thing with Breezy. I just didn't mention Breezy yet because she wasn't in any of the covers. But dude, Breezy was given such an amazing facelift. It's just, oh man. Holy moly, yeah. Yes, indeed. Like, I miss this comic so much. See, like, there he is. If I told you that the guy at the bottom left is a character from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, like, would you believe me? Like, if you didn't have any context. Does that mean that they could have used Sonic Underground characters? Possibly. Possibly. Sonic Underground is a little bit of a gray area, I believe. Because, like, Sonic Underground had permission to use a Thayer. But I don't remember who created a Thayer in the first place. A Thayer being Knuckles' great-grandpa, by the way. So a Thayer was in Sonic Underground, so technically you could be like, okay, he's from Sonic Underground, not from the comics, so we're gonna use this guy. But I do think that they could have used Sonic Underground characters eventually. You know, like Bartleby, that lion guy who has this really stupid frame of animation. I don't think that they could have used Sonia and Manic because I think that Sega mandates made it so that, yeah, Sonic can't have, you know, any relatives. So, yeah, they could have probably used, you know, other more obscure characters from Sonic Underground. I don't think that they got far enough into the run to be able to do that, though. I don't remember when they were going to do, like, because there was the finale of Sonic Underground planned. But I don't remember if it was, I think it was before the Super Genesis Wave hit. I think that was scrapped because of the Super Genesis Wave. I am not 100% sure, because Sonic Underground was actually mentioned in the Sonic comics, like in the Super Sonic specials. What about Uncle Chuck? Could they still use him? He was in the very first cover of, well, not the very first, the second cover of the Super Genesis Wave thing. Yeah. Uncle Chuck was a character in the post Super Genesis Wave continuity. They could use stuff from Sat AM. You know, with no problems. Like Lupe was also here. And Dulcie as well. So yeah. I can't say 100% sure. I can't say I'm 100% sure about Sonic Underground characters, but Sonic Sat AM and Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog were fair game. So we could have seen Captain Rescue. We could have seen Captain Rescue and maybe Robotnik Jr. No. Give up your children. Separate. Yep, they took it to a whole new level. Yeah. Attack of the Titans. No, Attack of Titans. Oh, okay, so this was this is already okay, so the Attack on Titan reference, I get it. I mentioned about Uncle Chuck because of the relatives rule. I think that Uncle Chuck fell under like grandfather clause. I think. I am not sure. Maybe they made it so that he and Sonic weren't actually related. I don't remember. I don't remember that clearly. Also, Gold, that little character over there, she was also pretty cool. And again, another character that I'm really sad that we lost when the legally distinct. Yeah, the best kind of distinct. But yeah, again, like I said, Sonic Set AM was fair game, hence why Ixis is able to come back. And Wendy Witchcart. Yeah. From Tails Sky Patrol. Which was like... Okay, yeah. So, they did mention Sonic Tails Adventure. So why wouldn't they eventually touch on Tails Sky Patrol? And I'm so glad that they did. The siblings, yeah. Yeah, and this arc is where Eggman's dozen became a major thing. Eggman's dozen became a major thing because well it was already a big thing. It was already a big thing, but this is like the Game Gear is the most canon thing ever, yeah. Tails Sky Patrol is almost going to be a Disney game. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't remember what was supposed to be like the base. But yeah. And again, since Ken Penders didn't create Conquering Storm, she's able to be here. So yeah, this is a very solid lineup of villains, by the way. Like, it's such a shame that all of these characters went, you know... all of them went the way of the dodo. Really sad. I'm especially, like, interested in the guy who was supposed to be, like, a Tasmanian tiger. The yellow guy on the right. Because it seemed like he was going to be, like, a huge threat. Like, but they never got to show that. The bear character was Pete in some early pre-release builds. Oh, I see. Right, what I was going to say is that this whole arc, I think, happened because Eggman needed to go against Ixis Nagas and Wendy Witchcart, who were joining forces! Like the siblings that they are. Dr. Eggman fried? Yeah, and then some of the Eggman doesn't turn against him. Right. And then they take over Metal Sonic. Metal Sonic was not happy about that, by the way. Oh man. Oh dude, I remember I was so excited. I was so excited for this arc. Okay, so for the longest time, I had this project that I'm not gonna go into much detail, but the two main characters were based on XPs of Knuckles and Amy. And I grew super attached to those characters, and seeing this really made me happy. The problem is that the arc then didn't really go in that direction. Like, Amy was sidelined. Like, this made me think that it was going to be like a thing like we had, you know, with the Knuckles and Shadow thing. That they both got, you know, the spotlight. But that didn't really happen. I mean, we got more Shadow, which is good. And Knuckles was his own main character, which is also good. More stories with Knuckles as the main character, please. Like, he is a great main character. Why can't people see that? Okay, moving on. And the wolf was probably Zeke, the big bad wolf. And Wendy Witch card, I assume, was gonna be Witch Hazel or Miserabelle. Yeah, the other hidden palace. Yeah. Welcome back, Xavier. Had your stream open in the background. Open in the background. Had to give you that watch time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. See, this is why I don't mind lurkers at all. I just don't remember who this character was supposed to be. Like, you know, this one in the front, he kind of reminds me of Thrash, but like, I really don't remember if it was like Thrash again. Also because, yeah, then we had this, you know, we got kind of sidetracked again. And then it's Battle for the Master Emerald with Knuckles and Ixis Naugus, which makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, you know. Knuckles, magic, mystic stuff. Please. More of that, please. I don't remember what happens at the end of this arc, though. Oh, we're almost done. Okay, so this was the last complete arc that they released. The Case of the Pirate Princess. We started with pirates, we end with pirates. In this run of the comic. So, the Chaotix Detective Agency gets a call to protect a pirate princess. Oh, that guy is an otter, by the way. Oh man, I can't help but feel that someone was looking at Oshawott, you know, the Pokemon, when they designed that, and I'm totally fine. And I'm totally fine with that. Oh man, I just noticed that Charmy is just looking at the just looking at the sea like, ooh. Yeah, this arc was also super cool. Oh no! They made Espio! They made Espio have to cosplay as a pirate! As a ninja! That is the worst thing you could happen to it! I kinda see it. Okay, he doesn't look as much as Oshawott as his second evolution, which I don't remember the name. Duat, that's it. He looks more like the second evolution of Oshawott. Yeah. But yeah, oh no, Espio, what are you gonna do? Your pride as a ninja shattered by the fact that you're cosplaying as a pirate for a little gag on a cover. I don't remember if they actually donned like pirate outfits for this. And yeah, they have to run away with the ninjas versus pirates. Oh my god, 2007 is forever. Yes, indeed it is. It's still 2007. What do you mean? You haven't noticed? And yeah, Riverdale advertisement. And there's the whole pirate princess on on Vector's arms. This arc was a lot of fun. It had a lot of fun side characters as well. And I think that this is the first issue that never got released. Yeah, no, issue 94. Issue 94 was the last one. So we finished it off with the Chaotix. And then, yeah, it was supposed to be like a whole arc about the freedom fighters. I'm gonna guess that each one would have like their, like, they in the limelight. Bunny crashing the Sonic Rush posing. Ninja Detective Pirate? Yeah. It's an amazing combo. I mean, he probably wouldn't say it, because like Espio is a little bit too proud to say stuff like that. He would be like, no, ninjas are better. But yeah. Issue 95 had some art leaked and it got recreated in a fan continuation. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, this is the last one. I thought we at least had like the four issues. Yeah, no, this is the last. This was the last of the last. And with that, the Sonic Archie run ended with the cancellation due to bad money-making decisions, with this being the last issue ever published. Actually, I don't know if this was the last issue or if the Sonic the Hedgehog issue was the last. All the single ladies, all the single ladies. Yeah. Yeah, it is kinda. It is kinda. But yeah. And like, okay. And I've said this a lot. I've said this a lot during this whole retrospective thing, but like, I miss this comic so much. And since unfortunately I didn't start reading the IDW comics like I said I would, because this week has been crazy, I'm just going to end with a little bit of I don't know, some thoughts about the whole Archie run compared to like my first impressions of the IDW run. Hi Dominic, welcome. I'm almost finished, but you're welcome to stick around. Okay, so this is my perspective as someone who has not read the IDW comics yet. Actually, that's a lie. I read the first trade paperback, which means I read the first 3 issues, I believe. So yeah. And here is what I feel about Archie versus my first impressions of IDW. Archie had something that IDW, at least as far as I can tell, doesn't really do. So Archie had a lot of focus on lore, explaining how things work, about like expanding the history and showing us how things got to this point. It had a lot of that. It also leaned a lot more like on the mysticism side of things, which was, you know, I kind of dig that kind of stuff. And I don't see IDW doing that all that much. I see, like, the little that I see of IDW, like, I could be completely wrong. Again, like, I haven't read IDW yet. I will, but this is my first impression, and also explains a little bit of the reasons why I haven't been, you know, all that keen on, you know, trying to read it, you know, like, you know, all gung-ho, like, I really have to go into this. I really have to read this whole thing. IDW, to me, feels more like what Sonic Set AM was like, except without the freedom fighters, you know, the characters that you recognize. I am not saying that the characters of IDW are bad, that they are not, you know, worthy of their status. That is 100% not what I am saying. What I am saying is that IDW, perhaps because of it starting on the tail end of, you know, when Sonic Forces was the latest thing, was the latest thing that they could draw from. I think that it goes a little bit like, it feels to me looking at it from the outside, that it's very sci-fi heavy. And one of the reasons why I like Sonic is not just because of the sci-fi, it's also because of the fantasy aspect. You know, what I usually call the mystic stuff. And that's what I miss. And that's what I miss about Archie, and that I don't know if IDW is going to fill that void. You know, this whole thing about lore, the whole thing about history, like, because even after the new 252, even after that, there was an effort to build the lore of this world that was, you know, based on something that didn't exist anymore, but was creating its own. It was creating its own paradigm. It was creating its own thing based on other things that we would recognize from from, you know, other Sonic verses, and that was super interesting to me. Like, and in doing that, they were expanding the lore and the history and all of that. Like, it was a lot of fun that they were doing that, and I'm sure that the IDW comic also has some of that. It's kind of impossible to make up a comic and completely ignore all of that, especially one that's been running as long as IDW has. But as far as I can tell, so far, like, you know, just looking at it from the outside, it's kind of hard to spot. And that's perhaps the reason why I look back at Archie and see it so fondly. And, you know, I have, you know, all these big feelings about it. It was also there during a lot of my formative years, so that also counts. It influenced me a lot in terms of storytelling, in terms of characters, in terms of, like, character writing, for better or for worse. And to this day, I am eternally thankful that it did exist. Even if at the end it just had to go. I hope that the IDW comic fills a little bit of that void inside me, but the Archie comic will always have a very special place in my heart. And that sounds extremely sappy, but I really, really want to say that. Good times. Well, not exactly. There were a lot of bad things that happened during the run of the comic. If we want to be, like, super objective about stuff, but yeah. Oh man. Kairi, I just found out that Matchbox also made a Greased Lightning model, although they used the wrong model. Oh. Oh well. Sunk the Hedgehog. Cute. That. Really? You think that's cute? Okay, thank you. It's okay to be extremely sappy. Look, if it means just something to you valid, yeah. No, it does. It does. I love this comic. And, yeah. Oh, hey, New Around, you're back. You're just in time for the send-off. Because, yeah. That's all that I have. That's all that I have for today. I hope that you enjoyed this not so deep dive into the Sonic comic published by Archie. Over 20 years. Over 20 years. My mod sense tingled. I feel very, very safe about having you as a mod. That just cemented my feelings. Yeah. So yeah, Archie Sonic, thank you. Let's just... Thank you so much for all the laughs, for all the tears, for all the feelings. You are not the best comic around, but you were something really, really special. And no one, including Mr. Kenders, can take that away from you. He can't take that away from anyone. Not you, not the fans. No one can. And with that, I think that we're done. Okay, guys, I really need to go. I really need to go eat. It's 10 p.m. right now, so thank you so much for being here with me for this. It really means a lot. So yeah, whether you're watching this live or the VOD or lurking, know that your presence is always appreciated. And see you soon. Specifically next Sunday, we're gonna go on with Sonic Mania. And, well, or as they say in Atlantis, Ekaze! Bye!